For you, kid, just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness, and you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star.
Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug, the money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is hard, and so I'm not giving up. No, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness, and you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down.
Welcome everybody to the MSA Playoffs live show. We're excited to have you join us for the most anticipated esports event of the year in South Africa. Today we're going to be discussing the amazing tournament MSA brought to you by the MSA staff over here. We're going to be seeing what's happening into the future here. We've got a whole bunch of captains along with us and some staff members from the community around. Obviously I'm Rika, you're going to be your host for tonight. You guys know me from my channel, Rika. I'm the caster for South Africa in general. Obviously, we're going to have Wayland over here who's running the show, and Scarp Skenkel, who are doing an amazing job hosting this event. Let me run you down through who else is here. We have Mr. Wick coming in from the King of the Hill sort of events. We have Antares, Khan, coming in through from Saint Dynasty, the captain for them. Bind Crusher, another member of the MSA staff, who also helps manage the community, as well as organized our own tournament lobby for us. Samara, another MSA staff member. We have Shady, a member of Equilibrium. We have Zeet, a member of Exodus. And we have Psycho or Gerard coming in, the lead manager for MSA Cup. And lastly, we have Shiro or Kusa something from Madagascar. Sorry, I couldn't remember your username, bro. Kurosa, that's the one. All right. Welcome, guys. How are you guys feeling tonight?
Good.
All right.
Good.
All right. Okay, so let's get right into this, guys. Is there anything you guys would like
What's
to say
Stellar's?
before we go into this?
I'd just like to mention that you're a beautiful human being and that hair looks absolutely fantastic on you.
Thank you. I have indeed cut my hair, as you guys can see. My hair is a lot shorter than it usually is. Thank you for putting that out, Deep. I appreciate it. All right. So let's get this conversation started, guys. All right. Let's talk about the game. Right. Let's throw out what everyone's thinking right now. What is the meta like going into this tournament? What do you think is happening? What do you think are the strongest sort of heroes? Let me divert this question to Con.
I think the meta right now is very flexible, but at the same time, there are priority picks. You know, here and there, you can bring out something that's not not standard, and it can still work. For example, when I was watching M6, and then you watch teams like Team Spirit, they really like to play the Akai EXP, and I remember even during their qualifiers, they were using that, and you even see the Belichick being picked up in some of the M6 matches. So there are your strong picks, maybe like your Khalid, your Suyu, your Bruno, Ben Bruno, Ben Bruno, no win. But then there is room for flexibility. I'd have to say that.
Yeah, I feel like most of the meta right now is actually quite focused on the gold lane. I feel like XP lane's quite a snooze fest at the moment. Jungle, it's sort of whatever. I know my favorite hero is currently meta at the moment, but we're looking at these games. We're not really looking at the junglers making all these big plays. It's usually the marksman with this new item, this malefic gun.
Okay, as a goal laner, like it's very easy to counter Bruno because you either have to outrange him or outdamage him. That's why like Layla is really good. Cleanse is also really good into the Bruno. But yeah, I do agree with
I'm gonna be
the
honest.
flexible picks. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I genuinely still don't agree on that Layla pick. I just feel like it's hype because On picked it.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. And then
Actually, can I actually comment on that real quick?
Yeah,
I actually played a long game against the Bruno recently, and I was on 1-1, right? And that hero is an abomination. Bruno is filthy, bro. It's disgusting. It's like it's
Okay,
giving me PTSD of Prime
Zeeps.
Beatrix. Hear me out. So we both in the middle of that fight.
no, Zeeps just died, bro.
I out him.
Zeeps, you faded.
Zeeps.
I think this guy realized that what you are saying is nonsense because you never take 1-1 into a Bruno.
No.
Discord nerfed him.
I can see my camera is a bit frozen at the moment as well, but oh well. That's just gonna have to fix itself a bit later. Okay. Yeah, and then let's talk about someone else. Just to pass the time here a little bit, we can see that obviously Marksman is quite strong. But what do you guys think about the mid lane right now? Let's see. Do we have any mid laners here? Obviously, Zeeps is here, but he's like faded out.
Hero's a mid lane, I think.
Hero?
Sorry,
Yes.
I accidentally connected my Bluetooth earphones and I didn't realize.
It's crazy.
Mid lane right now, bro. Can I just request one thing? Can you stop banning Sicilian? He's not that strong. It's really not that serious, bro. It just bans you soon.
No, we have
You're
Sicilian
not
one
picking
trick
that shit,
like
bro.
Chiro and Zeeps here. I don't think we're getting any other hero.
You are not picking that. You're not picking it, bro. You are not picking it.
Bro, last
There's
night
no
I'm in a scrim against Con, and this guy bans like all the mages, like that whole ban list at the top was just mages. Xavier, Sissy, Zushin, Vixana, everyone. It's filthy stuff.
I think like in this meta, mages have the widest pool of heroes right now because you have Louis, Valentina, you have Xavier, you have Sicilian, Zushin, like the list goes on and on. Even Cyclops, or like it's situational, but it can be played.
Yeah, I think the mid lane is a very flexible lane right now compared to all the others where there's usually like 3 or 4 clear dominators. I think there's like 8 viable mid lanes right now.
I think jungle is very restricted.
Yeah,
With
I can agree
picks.
with that.
Yeah, right now for jungle, it's just like Suyu, Alpha, Joy. Like you don't see Hayabusa being picked up because the
Fanny,
EXP and the
yeah,
roams are
Fanny.
pretty. Yeah,
Fanny
Fanny as well. But like for Fanny, it's hit or miss. Like it's either you're really good or you just get starved in
You
your
just fuck
jungle.
up and hold your team back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks. I think that's a pretty good discussion. I want to bring this over to the next sort of discussion here, where I want everybody, all the team captains specifically, to tell me what they think is the most underrated hero in their respective role. Let me start from the list here. Con, who do you think is an underrated jungle hero?
Granger.
Okay.
For obvious reasons.
Not even YSS.
Okay. No. I mean, you're not going to elaborate. I mean, maybe some people don't know the obvious reasons, but
I mean, right now, especially with the new Granger, most people prefer to use him in the gold lane. And I remember like not too long, like a month ago, when people were doing like a bit of double EXP, it sort of was working. I still think it's a good pick if played right. You know, if I think it's a good pick when you have the right draft for it. You know, but it can work.
I mean, like Granger is using gold because the recent update they buffed his damage to minions on the first skill, and he stacks faster in gold than jungle.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Sadie, you're up next. What is your underrated gold lane hero?
Underrated?
Underrated. Not
Layla.
meta. Underrated. Okay.
Layla.
Okay.
Bro, I had a discussion with Yami the other day. So I told him Layla was picking M6, the Fnatic Onyx versus BTK match, right?
Mhm.
So then I told him I'm gonna start spamming Layla. He said only in trios because in 5 I'll get farmed, right? So I was just
Yeah.
like, no, I outrange all marksmen and I deal like a crazy damage late game, like crazy burst damage late game that they
And the
can't, like no
malefic
one can take
gun,
me.
right? Like the malefic gun, this makes her attack range literally the longest in the entire game. I've seen people attack from like one side of the river to the other side, like by their tower, man.
I kid you not, I'm hitting people outside my screen.
Yeah, exactly. I've gotten killed by Laylas that I can't even see more times than I can count in the last week. Like
Layla is the new
it's like only 3
assassin, bro.
basic attacks. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
They work.
But yeah,
Up
I will
next.
say like
say Layla's underrated.
one counter to the Layla is marksman that can get into her range like Moskov
Yeah.
or Claude that can dive onto her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't say
All
she's
right.
underrated at the moment though, because if I'm not wrong, she's the second most picked hero in Mythical Glory Press at the moment.
Okay. All right. Let's keep it. Let's go and let's keep this going. Zeeps, what is your underrated mid lane hero? Do not say Sicilian, please.
It's obviously Sicilian, bro.
Okay, bro.
Bro,
Like if,
please.
if I were to seriously like pick an underrated mid lane hero, I'm not sure how underrated she is at the moment, but I will say Eve is climbing back up, and I don't think many people realize.
Nah, Eve is like pick or ban now. Another
Yeah,
counter like Sushan's counter is Eve because it's not
so
because
long.
she can like damage or like she wins the lane. It's just like
She's immune
she
during her.
she outranges and she can slow Zushan when she gets ice cream on,
Yeah,
and she can literally like run circles
Hold
around
on,
Zushan.
Shady.
Hmm?
Hold on, Shady. Let Deeps elaborate on his.
no.
Let's.
I'm helping him. I'm helping him. I'm
Right.
helping him. I'm trying to help the guy.
Is right. And then I would say another two that I would say are underrated is Lilia at the moment. She can deal out crazy amounts of damage. And then also Zosk, since he's nerf, he's not as bad as, people think he is after the nerf. I think he just disappeared from the meta completely, but he's still dealing quite good amounts of damage. So those are my picks.
Okay. And lastly, Shiro, what is your underrated hero pick for this meta?
Sicilian too.
What?
I meant this,
Okay.
bro.
Okay, man. That's I definitely don't regret asking you that. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, guys. That was pretty. Let's move on to a different topic here. Let's talk about esports in South Africa. Obviously, we have a few members here that are quite prominent, like Waylander, Mr. Wick. We have Gerard and Nigel. You know, all of these people. Scarpy almost left you out there. I guess my topic I need to present to you guys is how the esports is seen and sort of growing in South Africa, and what do you guys think it needs to be like? What steps does it need to be taken to take it to the next level?
Well, bro, just before we jump into that, we missed the most important part of our viewership, and that is the community, right? So, just three top ones is the community's most underrated hero. There is coming through the Claude, the Lunox, and then, as we've mentioned, the Layla as well. So, yeah, that's my 5 cents, and the community's 5 cents. So, sorry about that.
Yeah. No, that's all right. I did kind of leave you guys out of the sort of hero discussion. Sorry about that. That's on me. I just wanted to hear captains, if you sort of know what I mean. But yeah. If I can ask the question again, what are you guys' thoughts on sort of how we can grow our community when it comes to esports?
So far, the statistics in terms of viewership and the growth of the community is there because largely what we like to do is any decision that you're making has to be based on numbers. The numbers has to be there. So the community is growing slowly but steadily. And so with the growth of the community, it affords organizers like Gerard and Ati, who've been working at this for such a long time, and Nigel as well with Samara. They've been doing this for such a long time, putting in a lot of hard work and effort. And slowly it's starting to bear fruit. You can see the tournaments now getting fantastic viewership. Hopefully now with this increase in viewership, we can get some sponsorship deals through, which means that finally we can have tournaments where you can earn prize pool money, showcase your name. Also tying this up with the IESF. I know we've got a couple of people here who have been part of the IESF program so far, but it was such a good thing to see South Africans on an international scale. So there's a lot of good things heading forward. But I'll leave like maybe Ati or Gerard, who wants to elaborate on this a little further. Maybe Nigel as well has something to add on, because I know these guys were speaking to me. They've got a lot of big plans in the future for what's coming up for King of the Hill, MSA, a lot of fun activities for everybody. But let me hand you over to them as they lead us through what their thoughts are going into the future.
Mr. Wick, you are in fact muted, by the way.
Yeah, sorry for that. Apologies. Evening, everyone. I'm Mr. Wick, Ati from King of the Hill. So if we reflect on this year, it has been a relevant, successful year. We had the privilege of working with LVG Esports, which we in fact learned a lot about infrastructure and basically selection and growth towards the community. We also spoke about even implementing a broadcast house. So there is a lot of plans coming 2025 towards developing plans in the community. We are also looking forward to working with high schools in the Free State, as well as trying to recruit Free State players or the province, mostly in the Free State. So yeah, that's basically the future plans for King of the Hill.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're doing a pretty good job altogether. I think definitely our biggest problem is monetary, right? Since we don't have we haven't had like many major substantial prize pools coming into this just yet. I feel like that's why companies are not sort of looking at us a little bit with the side eye when it comes to it. But hey, as we said, we got to deal with Moonton. I think. I mean, Nigel, I think that's the question that needs to be delivered to you: is what is happening between us and Moonton at the moment?
Briefly, I'll basically say like our biggest challenge right now is awareness, in the sense that when you have a lot of it's very easy to say that you have, let's say, 400 people on WhatsApp group chat that are involved in South Africa. But what Mountain sees is they need visibility, like they need actual statistics that they can track. From their side, it's very difficult to locate where exactly South Africa is, not in terms of like monetary wise and silver wise in general. For example, we at MSA we had nearly, I think, 400 to 500 registered players. We had 64 teams, but those sort of things aren't easily visible towards Mountain. So when we get those sort of opportunities to show ourselves, and if you see a link, even if it sounds like it's very, very, boring, whatever signature you get, those sort of things help bring awareness towards the community and helps to raise basically your voice out there, because it's not like you have the opportunities such as other servers like Nigeria who have that esports backing, who have that. It's very easy for companies to sort of sponsor those sort of tournaments because there's a track record of things that are going on in their server. In our server, we slowly getting there, but what we need to do is probably get involved more often. Views are important, obviously, but when you see something that says, "Hey guys, we would like you to sign up regarding to this," those are sort of things that help contribute. Even getting at least even 100 signatures, it's very easy to bring something towards Moonton when you say, "Hey, these are the players that we have, and this is the proof." One easy thing we obviously did was the views, but then you also need to then say, um, this is how active our community is. This is how involved they are. For example, if you're going to run a tournament and say, with any sponsor, what they want is engagement. What they want is not just people who are going to like just view it. They want people who are actually going to take action. If they say there's a sign up link, you guys click on that link, you register. Most of the things that we're trying to do right now is mostly just trying to get awareness. It was very, very good. We had a good discussion with the people regarding our plans next year. And what we would probably try to do is to get more involved together as a community. There'll be a lot more tournaments involved, but there'll be also a lot more tournaments that are interlinked together, as in terms of that they're not going to be just separate tournaments. What we're trying to do is to get a unified voice, because it's easy to present something when you have a track record. That's just basically what I'm trying to say. If people are more involved, if people are more active, just a very, very brief example is when we had signups for Carry First. That was a big, big, big sponsorship event that we had, but unfortunately we didn't get enough signups. People weren't engaged, they weren't signing up as much, they weren't clicking on the links as much. Those sort of things help towards eventually the community itself. It's not like these things going straight to our pockets. It's things that we try to reach out and get for the community. But as a sponsor, as anything that has money involved needs, something that the sponsors can get back in return, and that comes in the form of engagement. So if Waylander and Scapi busy saying click on the link, share it, all those sort of things, they sound cliche, but eventually they will basically help out the community in the end. So that's what I'm trying to say. Anything you see, every link, every subscription, those eventually come up towards the community. And I know I said I will keep it very brief, but that's basically how we can grow our community, which is just basically engagement.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, what I'm excited about is the fact that, as you were speaking about the unified front, there were so many different, you could say in the beginning, splintered organizations. But now suddenly everyone seems to be all on the same page. We realize that for us to be getting somewhere in esports in South Africa, because we have, as we heard from the captains, right? I'm sure the viewers here, you know a lot of the players. We have some top talent in South Africa. It's time we showcase this particular talent. We get to see this on almost a daily basis, because we're like always streaming, always doing something, right? But we've got to get the numbers in there. And in order for us to get the numbers, it's so nice that we're now working collectively. I know Nigel was saying to me that we're going to have a big meeting where we organize the calendar year for 2025. I know a little later on in the show, we will be speaking about what is going to occur in 2025, what all the organizations are going to try to bring to the table. I know there's quite a few exciting ideas. I don't want to reveal too much about what's going to happen there. But it all comes down to, as you're saying, Nigel, it all comes down to numbers. It's a numbers game. If somebody is going to sponsor a particular event that we're running, and sponsorship is necessary for us to get recognized by Munta, and for us to get what we require. It requires everybody, including the community themselves, to put their hands to the pump to try and say, all right, let's get everything out there. And it's not just about a particular channel. Like I know we're doing the stream on Sean and my channel, but it's like this. I've been saying this to everybody: get as much content as you have out there. Go on TikTok, stream, put out videos, put out content, build some excitement. We get the number of players in our server to increase. It's like when you look at the way Moonton looks at Indonesia and the Philippines, the reason why they're so big there is the game is most popular in that region. If you actually look at the recent statistics for that particular region, I mean, bulk of whatever is happening is always there. It's just those two countries, North America, a bit of Europe. And here in Africa, as Nigel mentioned, it's Nigeria. But yet here in South Africa, fair enough, we don't have a population that is as large as Nigeria, but I mean, we have a ton of gamers out there. So it's going to be a very big community thing. It's all of us working together. So I'm really excited to be working with all of you guys and looking forward to the future and what's going to be happening.
Yeah, thanks, Wei. Yeah, I agree with what everything has been said. Obviously, I've been working on my own sort of channel. A bit slow, obviously. I'm very busy with work in Cape Town at the moment, but once I hit next year, we're going to be back. We're going to be back to streaming. What I sort of want to do with that, really, though, is I sort of want to just like give myself more of a portfolio rather than blow up, so that I can show like community managers of tournaments, like this is what I can do, and this is yeah, I'm excited to do that. On that note, yeah, I am hosting a new tournament. A new Conrica season will be out. This time, another new twist. It is going to be a 1-versus-1 tournament. So stay peeled for that, guys. So yeah, it's going to be quite fun. Anyway, on to our next discussion. All right. Let's talk about... sorry, give me a second. Yeah, so... Oh my god, oh yeah, I wanted to go through with Team Origins here. So I wanted to ask the captains. Let's go back to the captains here. Let's go back to where it started, all right? I want Con to tell me how the Saint Dynasty started, or Enigma 9, or No Limit, or whatever you want to call it. Where did we begin?
How long do I have to talk? I need to know if I'm gonna go on for long or like make it short.
We're not going into One Piece lore here. Yeah, not One Piece lore.
Okay. Originally, Saint Dynasty itself started after I left Global Gaming. With when I was in the squad with Javi, Myth, and Jason and the rest, because it felt like I have a certain mindset on how I view the game, and it didn't feel like that team had the same view with me. So then I came back to my original squad where I was the leader and started recruiting. Later on, because of my friend Bless, who I've known for a while since I started playing, he's the one who introduced me now to Circuit. And then I met Jinx through Circuit. So it sort of started there. Now I had like a really good roamer and a really good mage who I just asked if they wanted to join. And of course, they did come. And we were very bad at first, very, very bad until Chow entered our team. And he had that mindset that I was looking for, which really helped us, start to get better. So yeah, that's the origin.
Okay, yeah, dope. And can I ask about what each of your names has sort of meant to you? Like we started with, obviously, I think I remember it was No Limit into Enigma. But let's talk about Saints Dynasty then. Let's talk about what that means.
There's no particular reason, meaning to it. Do you guys know Kashmir Vane?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had a squad. I think it was called something Dynasty, and I think around this time my squad name was still Phantom, and we were talking about merging squads together. So we needed a name, and I really like the name Dynasty, so it was gonna be just Dynasty. But when you're creating your squad names, and then like if someone already has it, you can't use that name. So I had to come up with something at the start. So I was like, oh, saying Dynasty, that sounds nice. So I went with that.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Con. I guess I need to ask the next person on the list here. Someone has just joined us. That is Doofenshmirtz from 1HP or Yalla Skip, whatever you want to call it. Doof, how are you doing? And maybe you can join in on the conversation. In the conversation, what does your team name mean, and what is your origin story with it? I know it's quite a new squad.
You're talking about the 1HP name or the
1HP? Oh, Yalla, dude. I don't know what to call.
All right,
Yalla
so-
Skip.
All right, so basically the 1HP name. All right, firstly, hello guys. Hope you all well. Thanks for having me. And to answer your question, Seppi, the 1HP name is before my time. It actually originated with the original 1HP members, which is Gambit, Virus, and the others. And as you can imagine, probably Luke or someone kept screaming, hey, 1HP, Tion 1HP, blah, blah, blah. And they just decided to name the squad 1HP. And as for the other name, Yalla Skip, is Shady here?
Yeah.
All right, so Shady would know. We met the Tunisian guys at ISF, and one of their well-known phrases was "skip, bro, skip." So it just became a thing for us where we just joined them, and every time instead of just saying no, we just say skip. All right. So yeah, it was quite catchy, and we thought it was funny, so we just named it that.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Doof. I think your 1P is a little complicated when it comes to your team members. Obviously, it was a little bit of a a lot of us don't know what happened to Mavericks, right? A lot of you guys were off from the Mavericks and joined into this new squad. If you want to give us like a very brief discussion on what happened there.
So the transition from Mavericks to 1HP, really, it was just maybe something. To be honest, there was a lot of things that happened before ISF, during it, and after it. So I can't say some of the things on stream, but one of the things was that we actually wanted to revive 1HP because at some point 1HP was really well known back in the day, right, when the server was first created, and we wanted to bring it back. We've been meaning to bring it back for some time now, and we just decided to do it. And yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's you guys are very, very scary when it comes to this tournament. So we're expecting to see good things from the side of Yalla Skip for sure. Shady, I think Juju was here for a second, but tell us what you know about Equilibrium.
Okay, from what I know, Juju and Loki, who used to be in a squad called Panic Mania a long time ago, Panic Mania disbanded. So Loki came to Juju to ask if they want to create a squad together, right? So Juju said yes, and then that's how they came up with Equilibrium. I don't know how they came up with the name, but
Can I
yeah,
hop
that's all
in
I know.
here?
Oh yeah, Samara.
Yeah, of course.
Please.
Samara also knows a lot
Okay,
about
okay.
Equilibrium.
You were
I
here longer
forgot.
than me.
Yeah.
So they came up with the name Equilibrium because they wanted to sort of bring balance to the server. You see, at the time when the squad was made, Mavericks was the squad, right? Like super OP players and just stomping on everyone. So they created the squad Equilibrium to bring balance to the server, as in they wanted to be just as good or better than the Mavericks. So that's how the name came about.
Well, that's pretty interesting, actually. That makes a lot more sense because that is sort of what happened. Yeah. I mean, Equilibrium came in and sort of that was the sort of a start to where Mavericks was not the top. I can agree with that. Nigel, were you saying something?
Am I the only one
I
that
was just
finds that
asking how
really
balanced the
ironic?
server is now, since Equilibrium is now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the service
it's a bit
Yeah,
it's a bit it's a bit ironic. It is a bit
yeah,
ironic
we
actually.
were
Yeah.
created to I don't know, to beat the best, and then now what? What's after
Yeah,
that then?
we changed our name to Imbalance.
Exactly.
Imbalance.
Imbalance. We changed it to Imbalance.
Shady tomorrow after
Okay.
this call, you must go and tell Gigi you guys need to change that damn name, bro.
No, no. I like the name.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, let's move on to you, Zeeps. Now, since you're on the discussion, tell us about Exodus.
Okay, yo, I think I'm in the same situation as Conde. Like, how long do I have, bro? But
Nah.
Okay.
Your mic,
Listen.
your mic.
basically,
Nothing like Kingdom Hearts, bro.
Till 9 o'clock. Yep, away.
we used to be part of a squad called OTK, and OTK at the time. I mean, surely, like, I'm pretty sure everyone here will recognize the name.
Dude, OTK were the Mavericks before Mavericks came. But yeah, I can like that. The OTK was a serious squad. Yeah.
Bro, like Yami was there, Shady was there. I can name like so many prime players
Now where's the proof?
that were in OTK. Oh, hey, Shady, don't forget your name was Bakudeku, bro. When I fucking found you, your name was Bakudeku, and you were
Wait,
you were like
calm
the
down,
captain
calm
of
down. I wasn't
you were like the
hating. I wasn't
captain of
hating.
3 HP with Kiddo. And I was like, why is this nigga? Why is this
Slow
nigga
down, slow down, slow
3
down. Explain your
Hey,
story.
yo.
into OTK. Anyway, so OTK got really big. Got really big. I think we had like 4 squads at some point, just like, okay, guys, this is too much. We can't handle all these people. There's lots of, there was some conflict as well within the squads. And so a few of the OG members, myself and a few others decided to just not disband the squad, but to leave the squad and make a new squad and leave OTK in the hands of Nigel at the time. Bind, he was the leader of OTK from then on. And so we made a new squad. We called it Exodus for the reason that Exodus is the second chapter in the book of the Bible. And this was sort of like the second chapter of our squad from OTK to now Exodus. Although I say this, but like, the OG members that left weren't like all Christians or something. There's Hindus, Muslims, you know what I mean. But anyways, the name is cool. So second chapter of the Bible, and also Exodus means to exit, and that was our exit out of OTK. And so yeah, we made Exodus.
Okay.
And that's how we got to where we are now.
Okay, thanks. Zeeps. Now, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm really impressed with these team names explanations now. I didn't know they went so deep. But either way, let's go on to our second last captain here, because I don't know if you know, there's one last person here, and let's see if you can guess. But Shira, can you tell us about Madagascar?
It's not me shows this name, but I don't know too why he choose his name. Maybe he used for the meta for the we have our meta and the meta moments and the Gascar for the country Madagascar maybe. I don't know too,
I mean,
bro.
that's a nice and simple name, I guess.
So
Don't need to
basically,
go
it's
too
Yeah,
deep there.
pun. It's like just a pun on Madagascar.
yeah.
I'm sure that's what it is. Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, it's nice and simple. But more importantly, Shira, what is your team origin? Tell us about how your team came together.
What did you say?
How did your team sort of come together when, like, how did you guys meet each other, and like, what do you guys think about it?
I have some opinion for the last guy say.
What?
No,
Okay, I mean, I have literally no idea what you're saying.
I don't know too, bro.
But okay. Well, that's great. Listen, Madagascar. I don't know. Maybe if Waylander wants to give them a little recognition. I know I've seen a few of them on Waylander streams here. You guys are pretty scary. I think Madagascar, as much as us people from South Africa like to hate on you guys do have some legitimate talent, and I'm excited to see you guys going into the MSA. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Team, they're featured in or Madagascar specifically. We've got them on. If anybody wants to do their scouting and you want to find out about Madagascar before you play against them, we've got enough footage of what they play. We feature them in the LGC. We feature them in the MSA. We feature them in the LMA. They're everywhere. A lot of good players in that team. Some very exciting stuff coming out from there. Got big hopes for them in the upcoming tournament. Let's hope they don't disappoint.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
definitely.
yeah.
If I can just add on to that, I mean, if you look at the last three custom tournaments that we have featured in South Africa, right? Just the last three. Two out of the three was taken by a Madagascan team. First it was Prominence, and then now it was Madagascar. So, I mean, just out of the last three, like I said, that's two Madagascar teams that took South African tournaments, custom tournaments.
I like that.
Yeah, something like that. All right.
Shiro wants to be
Well,
humble. He doesn't want to say much about their strategies, but we'll find out. We'll see it all.
Evening, guys. Apologies for the wait.
no. Hi, how's it, Damascus? How you doing?
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing phenomenal tonight.
No, we're doing just great, man. If just finishing off the discussion here, there's obviously one more team that might need to be explained here a little bit. I'm not the captain of Dark Harvest at the moment. As I said, I am I'm very busy, but obviously as the ex-captain, I can explain to you what the sort of origin of it was. I came into the server, the South African community back in like 2020 or something, and I met up with Angel King from Death Reapers. That was a good squad, man. I had a lot of fun with those guys. I wouldn't say they were too great, but I was happy to like bring them into like a sort of a reasonable sort of power level in the server. We managed to beat a few good teams at the time, notably OTK. I remember when we beat them. That was great. But yeah, just some falling on stuff. I think for me personally, I seem to have like a habit of whenever I leave a team, the team just explodes and then doesn't exist anymore. So after Death Reapers, I went to Aquadias, and the same thing happened. We did a lot of things together, managed to get a lot of things done, and then I left, the team exploded. And then I went to Alchemy X, and same thing. So I was a bit tired of that trend. So eventually I decided to form my own squad, which is now Dark Harvest. And now that I'm like I'm not a player, I'm now a captain. I feel like I have a lot more to hold up when it comes to it. So if I don't see a reason of leaving the team, but other than that, these are a lot of the people in my team are people that I picked up from these different squads I have been in. So it's the same team all around, but these are my good friends, and I'm excited to bring them into the MSA Cup.
Wait, Tep.
Yo.
You forgot to mention about how we actually came about with the name. Remember, you were showing me all those artists and stuff that you listened to?
Yeah.
And then we
It's
actually
just
picked up Dark Harvest.
Oh yeah, it's basically I just wanted to choose a name where it's like it's like a name of a song from one of my favorite artists at the time. Yeah, Dark Harvest is the name of a song, but then it also has another meaning to me, which is just like it's a name of a talent from League of Legends. It's like an emblem from League of Legends, and it's like it just sounds cool, So it's all good. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, and Damascus. Now that you're here, bro, you want to help us? You want to add to any sort of discussions?
Guys, I've been listening to you, and what you have planned for 2025 is going to be exciting times. Honestly, I'm looking forward to each and every tournament taking place. What happening behind the scenes, I must say, I'm honestly surprised by the effort, the value that everyone adds. Not additionally just by sharing a link or creating a profile or even just sharing it on a normal social platform, but doing the necessary groundwork by contacting the correct individuals to get us in the spotlight, to get us on the world stage. I know Mr. Warwick and I know Mr. Psycho here. These guys go above and beyond for what this community in South Africa is currently standing for. Wayland, we've met recently, and I must say, honestly, the structure, the foundation that you have created for the community from here on forward, it gives us the opportunity not just to build and to prosper, but to make sure that we start achieving, the guys grinding, the teams with the phenomenal talent that we currently have in South Africa, having the opportunity to compete on the world stage. And I can promise you now, my friend, as you know, the South African metal is like a springbok. 5 minutes from the World Cup, we're not going to back down, huh? We're not going to back down. Guys, thank you very much for having me here. I'll be here in the shadows again. And if you need me, you can just call the monkey. I will be.
Thanks for that. That was very, very, very motivational.
Cole's got some competition there, you know.
It was. Yeah, but we haven't heard from the MSA chief himself. He seems to just want to sit there with his mic off and hat on and not want to talk to us there, Rika. What's happening there?
Okay, thank you everyone, and welcome to.
Just before we start, just make sure he doesn't send one of those 7-minute voice notes again.
Yeah. How do I put this call on 2x speed, bro? Like,
sorry, the honest answer there is just don't let Rika make a joke on the group again, please.
As long as it's just gonna make it sweet and not that long. So yeah, it's not that much, but yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of ideas, a lot of plans in the future for 2025 and also for 2026 as well. So we do have 2 calendars, but we're still working on 2026. But yeah, for MSA Cup for the playoffs, I'm very excited to actually have a lot of opponents and teams, exciting teams and pro players as well, that also had some experience in the international like Africa Esports Championship. So very welcome and congratulations for you guys to have that experience and also knowledge to play against top players in top teams. So yeah, for 2025, there will be more teams that will be able to sign in for MSSA that can be able to play for international. So yeah, and yeah, if Nigel can explain us more or less about the tournament lobby, more or less, and everything, then yeah. Also, there's a lot of features and everything in the tournament lobby that we can actually change the cameras, the views, the ways that you can actually stream it, and how they play, and how the team fights doing, the Lord fights, turret diving, turtle fightings, and everything, all the VIP showdowns and everything that happens on the battlefield, and also the skins are free, basically, as everyone saw it. So it is open for everyone to actually spam their skins and so forth. But yeah, so enjoy that. And also there's 10 bands and so on. So yeah, just like we promised in 2023 that we will get a tournament lobby in the future, and we succeeded. So yeah, for the next plan for the future, that we will become the next future brand for the community to be better for the future and for the players and pro players and for all the teams to actually achieve their dreams and their goals. So yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Gerard. Yeah, no, that's I'm very, very hopeful. Planned. I think this MSA tournament going into the finals here is going to be absolutely the biggest thing we've seen in the most anticipated is the better way to put it, right? This tournament's been put on hold for quite a while. You know, the breaks between the seasons take quite a long time to happen. There's been a lot of changes. I saw someone in the comment section asking about Poggers 2.0. I think I know the backstory to that briefly. I think the team just disbanded because the captain had to finish high school exams. I think that's what happened over there. But yeah, I think we can move on to our next point of discussion here. This is going to be a spicy one. I want each of the captains here, at least now, to let us know what they think about their first matchup going into this. Let's start with Shiro to change things up. Shiro, what do you think about your first matchup? Let me just have a quick look here. You guys are versus Imperium on the 7th of December. How are your thoughts going into that?
Maybe for the start is Madagascar is a bit.
Imperium is Madagascar too. I
really?
also fight for Imperium for 2 games, and always is 2-0. Maybe for the start, it's good for Madagascar. After maybe for the three matchup, it's gonna hard. Maybe just
Okay.
I need revenge in the equilibrium. Just
Okay. Oh, that's a strong statement, dude. Oh, hell yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Hey, EQ, watch out, bruh. Talking about EQ, Shady, and Dude.
I'm watching out at the
Uh,
moment.
yeah. Shady and Doof, do you guys have something to say to each other? Is Doof asleep? No. There we go.
I have something to say to Shady, but it's not something I can
All right.
say on stream.
DM it to me.
I'll DM it to you. Don't worry.
Okay.
But,
Either way, let me just start off the conversation here for you guys. Yeah, Equilibrium versus Yellow Skip 1 HP, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be on the 9th of December. So how are you guys feeling about going into that against each other?
Shady, you want to go first?
Sure. But like I played with like the members of HP for some like a short while for ISF. I kind of know their hero pools, their playstyle, so just I'm waiting to see what they come up with for our match. Doof?
Okay.
All right. Nothing much really. We recognize Equilibrium is basically the best team in the server right now. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle to actually try and win. And we know they've been playing quite regularly, I'm sure, as everyone knows. And this is basically, there was some stuff that happened, and we haven't been playing too much. This is actually the first week that we started seriously practicing, right? So I know it's definitely going to be an uphill battle, but just, you know what, we're here to enjoy the game. That's the bottom line. So whether you win or lose, just enjoy the game, have fun, learn firsthand, and that's even if I'm not expecting to win this time around, we'll definitely come back stronger, and we'll just play our best and see what happens. All right.
Well said. Well said. I mean, I believe I watch a lot of pro Dota, right? And when there's interviews with teams that come into like the international, it's the biggest Dota tournament. They come in as the favorites, team like they everyone's expecting them to win. That is actually, it's not a great place to be. They say, they say all the pressure's on you. Underdogs are lurking around the corner left and right. You have a reputation to uphold. So Shady, that burden has been placed on your team. If you guys lose any of these matches, it's going to be an uproar. So there's a little bit of pressure on that. But that being said, you guys do have the stars to back it up, and I've got some hopes for you going into it. Should we get with our next team, Con? I cannot see you guys on the thing. Are they playing in the first round? Is Saints playing in the first round here? Oh yeah, they are. Africa Burn. Oh yeah, there. Sorry, I'm blind. Con, play Dynasty versus Africa Burn. What are you thinking about here, brother?
I'll be honest, I'm not worried. I think the matches should be fast. And yeah.
Okay, how many times? Can you guess how many times you're gonna click that recall button? Give me an estimate.
A lot.
Okay.
100.
Do you want me to count?
From the start to
No.
the end.
I need a specific. I need a specific number from you, bro, and then I'm gonna count.
Let's say 50.
50. All right.
And each match or in total?
No,
Each
just
match.
in that. Oh yeah, each match. 50 each match. All right.
Yep.
That sounds good. I'll make sure to count it every time you hit that recall button.
Now, what's the backstory though? What's the backstory behind the recall?
Between? Excuse me?
Behind the recall, why you recall so toxic?
Oh no. I just think it's for me personally, I think when you have that confidence to recall and not be bothered, or at least not let it get to you mentally, it really helps improve your gameplay, and it also good to taunt the enemy. Get them riled up. Make them feel some type of way that they make mistakes. So.
That being said, I feel like recalling is a part of the rules here. I think it can be dismissed. I mean, I know in pro play, in the M series, recalling is perfectly allowed. So I feel like there shouldn't really be a rule when it comes to an MSA. I don't know if Shadow, do you want to confirm
Actually,
that?
according to the rules, pretty much everything is allowed because like recall spam is not exactly seen as toxicity. The only thing that's not allowed is enemies spamming good game and then of course insulting the other team in the in-game chat.
On that note as well, I think tournament lobby allows for all chat to be seen by spectators. So we'll do a little bit of testing. I think Scarf Skankle, you're already nodding your head right there. Yeah, so we don't need to rely on the thumbs up anymore. That's going to be so nice, a nice breath of fresh air when it comes at least to the streamers and obviously the players who are involved, and having to go through some difficult sort of pauses there. That's going to alleviate some of the pressure. Scop, you're confirming that, right? We can see the
100%.
Okay.
The chat is
Okay.
open to everybody.
Okay, so any captains listening in onto the stream and the captains that are here, tell your team you can type P in all chat. We will be able to pause for you. Awesome. Lastly, Dark Harvest versus Purveyors of Pain. I'm going to speak for Yassi here, and myself here. A little bit of beef there. I don't know if you guys know. We did a bit of a sting operation to Purveyors of Pain. It was nothing malicious. If the Purveyors of Pain trip, if you're listening here, it was nothing malicious. We were just having some fun. Although now it is a little bit tense between us. We're going to give you what we can, which might include some recalls as well. All right. Yeah. I mean that's. Sorry, wait.
Yeah, all beef is good beef. We like it. It adds to the drama, to the suspense.
Yeah. That's what I sort of preach in the chats as well, right? I feel like drama, as much as everyone hates to be the victim, or as much as fun as it is being the one to create the drama, I feel like drama is always helpful for a community, right? It gives us a sense of competition, as long as it's nothing it's nothing like going overboard, like messing up someone's life or something like that. I think it should be welcome.
Yeah,
that's just my take.
Yeah, I agree with you, because it's like this is not a playground, or it's not like a system where everybody holds hands, sits around the fire and sings Kumbaya. This is a competitive scene. You're gonna be competitive. You're gonna have beef with the people that you're up against. You're gonna be trolling one another, but obviously within boundaries, within limits. We are part of a civilized society, so civilized behavior is expected. But I mean, trolling, beef, the drama, it goes with the territory. I mean, if you don't like it, then don't play competitively.
All right. Okay, thanks everyone. I think we'll head into our last sort of section that I have planned for you guys of this talk here, and that is going to be for the audience. Anybody in the audience would like to ask any of the team captains or any of the organizers here, including myself, please ask away. We want to hear from you, and this is our platform to sort of speak to you guys, the audience.
Sharon, just one thing. Okay, don't forget to ask the players that actually played in the African Esports Championship, the experience and the abilities and everything, how was that and everything, so on. So the viewers can also...
Yeah. So let's go on to that then. So while the chat is in fact asking their questions, let's ask Shady, I believe, and Doof what their experience was in Morocco in the African Esports Championship.
Okay, for me, So let's start off with the hotel. The hotel was nice. The food was not that great, but the desserts were really good. The staff were at the AEC was really helpful. They organized transport for us. They kept us up to date with the schedules, made sure we had lunch and stuff like that, as well as like the MSA staff member that came with us, Johan. He was also really helpful to us. And yeah, we went for the photo shoots. The photo shoots were done really swiftly. They gave us the phones. The phones that we used were it was not that great, but it was usable for the tournament per se.
Okay.
So Shady went to
All
the
right.
heart of the
Thanks.
matter, speaking about what everybody wanted to know: the food.
Are we honestly going to say this?
Doof?
Doof, yeah. Doof.
Yeah. To be honest, my experience in ISF, I was going into it thinking that we're all gonna get our own rooms, and then I was just utterly destroyed when I walked into the lobby and they said, "You sharing your room with Shady." I said, "Hell nah, bro." But unfortunately, it's not something I could have changed, even though I wanted to. Wink, wink.
Rather, it's not unfortunate.
But overall, I think it is definitely a good experience. Just, I don't know if maybe some of you guys have probably imagined going on to a field trip or like a vacation with your friends, right? Just going to a different place. It was basically that, I've known my team for years now, Shady as well, even though he was in a different squad. And it literally felt just like that. And then you go there and everything is just MLBB. You literally don't think about anything else. You meet other people from different parts of the world that are also playing this game, and you're sharing the same experiences with them. You're sharing the same table with them when you are eating, food at the hotel. We stayed in the hotel with the Tunisians. All right, we made really good friends with them. It was such an amazing experience meeting new people, doing some of the things that they required us to do. For example, media day. I don't have much time to explain everything that happened to us, but whoever is going to the next IESF, be prepared for media day. That thing is gonna take a huge chunk of your time, and be prepared for a pose. Don't go to a barber last minute because that barber charged me $100 and cooked me, right? I was like, and then just walking into the venue, it's like it's not some conference center that you're walking into, it's a stadium, guys. I'm not sure if some of you may be underestimating the pressure that comes. You walk in there and you start feeling hot all over. You start sweating, right? Just from the atmosphere that you're exposed to. You're seeing people screaming, shouting from one side, cheering, stuff like that. It's definitely, it's not the same experience playing the game at in your bed or on your couch or on your chair, and comparing it to playing on stage. It's miles apart. So apart
I
from
mean, it's gonna change you, man. Bro's been epic since he's been in Morocco.
it definitely changes the person, right? And yeah, so apart from obviously sharing a room with Shady, I would say the rest of the trip was absolutely fantastic. Uh, yeah, and I'm sure a lot of the people watching right now also made sure to watch our game versus Egypt, and I think Shady can can also talk a little bit about that. It's we knew we were gonna, we knew it was going to be an uphill battle as well. But you don't go into any game expecting to lose, right? You go into a game wanting to win, and that's what we try to do. But unfortunately, we got outclassed in every way, and it was definitely a humbling experience. But at the same time, if we do manage to go again, we know what to expect, right? These are teams with international experience. For example, the Egyptian team, they've fought, teams like ONIC. They've fought, teams like AP Bren. They fought all of the best of the best. And yeah, you got to take a page out of their book, right? That's basically about it.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Doof. I'm sure everyone was very interested to hear yours and Shady's sort of experience in ISF and Morocco, Casablanca. Obviously, I was very jealous not being able to go there. Next year, I will be there. I assure you, I will be there casting alongside Mirko and Naisu if that's possible. I know it is possible. It's gonna happen. Either way. Let me just go through the chat real quick. I did see one question about things. This is going to be mainly directed to Nigel and Gerard here. What is the prize pool for MSA? That is the question.
Okay, when it comes to the prize pool, the thing is that we did have a sponsor. We did have a prize pool with Carry First, but unfortunately the community didn't basically work with us to create a profited amount of rewards for the players and so on. But we did say that we're gonna have future prizes and futures rewards and prize pools for the future teams, and also 2024 and 2023 will also get those prizes where they didn't get. They will get it also for the next future time.
Okay. All right. That's a good
Into this,
explanation.
yeah. So to repeat what Chiara already said, we had two things this year, which was obviously to get the tournament lobby and to get us sponsors. And what I mentioned earlier is that sponsors want a return. It's either in views or in engagement. And unfortunately, the community didn't have a lot of engagement. So in the next year, hopefully we get to see a lot more of that. I think we had around 30 signups from about 400 people. We had less than 30 signups. And that isn't a good look when you're trying to present something, when you're trying to say, hey, offer us, for example, 10,000 diamonds, offer us 15,000 diamonds. It'd be like, okay, how can we offer you the prize if there's only 30 people who are actually in the community? Because how they recognize it was by signups. How many people signed up? How many people clicked on the link? How many people registered? And that was 31. But next year, obviously, due to the nature of how we got to it. So next year will probably be slightly different. I'm pretty sure the community will show up a lot more if they know exactly how we'll be doing things. So we'll be doing things slightly different. So we're definitely going to reach the targets. We did negotiate for them. They didn't just discard us. So we're still going to be working with them next year. But again, there'll be a lot more links sent, and hopefully you guys do register for that. And we're going to have, the thing is, in order for us to get a prize pool, it's either we engage or we watch. Those are the two main things that we need. We need to engage because that's what sponsors want. They want us to show that we are there, because you can't just say we're going to give 10,000 diamonds to the winner, but they don't know who the winner is. They don't know who the winner is from, what games they play. All of these different things need to be presented towards the sponsors. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, thanks. No,
Okay.
that's
And also another thing that I want to add as well, that even though we struggle to manage to get the amount of sign-ups and everything, unfortunately it didn't work as planned. But we're not going to end on that. We're still going to continue with it for next year, starting in the early of the year, see if we can increase it way better than this year, because we started late with the proposal and everything with Carry First and so on. So yeah, it's a little bit understandable. That's why it took way longer to increase. But in that point, what I want to say is that there is a contract for teams that do win. For example, the top 3 teams, top 5, because
did you finish? No, I think he's muted. Gerard, your audio has disappeared on us, sir. But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty good. So make sure, guys, next year it is most definitely important to be more engaged and more involved with the community, and then we can give it back to you guys in the form of prize pools, etc. And it's not only about the prize pool in the end; it's about growing our community and making sure that South African MLBB is on the map when it comes to it. All right, yeah. I think
speaking about community, the community keeps calling out for face reveals, specifically from Samara
Yes,
and
they
Nigel.
do.
I don't know. Nigel seems to
Yeah,
have some
so
fans in the
sorry,
chat there.
Nigel.
Guys, I so prefer being mysterious. Like, I prefer it if no one knows what I look like.
It's not us.
Like,
It's
Sorry
not
about
us.
that. My
It's
Discord
the
just
fans.
disconnected.
It's the fans.
Yeah, look,
My
I've seen
Discord
Nigel. I've seen
disconnected
Nigel
from my
IRL.
class.
Oh yeah,
No worry. I've seen Nigel IRL, bruh.
everyone's seen Nigel.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a
he
sexy
literally
man.
has his face on his profile picture.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see
Guys.
Nigel, go look in his WhatsApp profile picture. He's a very sexy man. I'll tell you that. All right. Lastly, I want to end this off with a pretty hype sort of question. Not so much going to ask this to the team captains though. I feel like every captain should have one thing on their mind, and that's who is going to win MSA. The team captains should be voting for themselves. I don't know if anyone else is going to disagree with me there, but let me start with like the organizers. I want to hear from the content creators, from the talent that we have over here. I want to hear your guys' predictions for who is going to win the grand finals of MSA, and also the audience. So let's go, Mr. Wick. I want your prediction on who's going to take this.
Evening, Seb. Okay, so my prediction would obviously be with Equilibrium. I think they're a well-structured team. They're a balanced team, and I do like to hear the explanation behind the name Equilibrium. It makes a lot of sense, and I think they play the similar style to it. And they know how to adapt. They have a lot of strengths and knowledge towards the game. So the experience definitely counts. It's definitely going to be an interesting match. And definitely a tournament favorite is between Equilibrium and Yala Skip. So then obviously I would also like to recognize African Burn, which topped their group in the MSA, a new face that obviously just popped up and winning most wanted list. So I'm also quite hyped to see how they progress through the MSA Cup.
All right, and then let's ask I completely forgot that Airy joined. Airy, are you still there, brother? I don't know if you are there, but would you like to give a prediction on who you think is going to win the MSA? And how are you doing today, Airy?
I'm just here for moral support.
All right. Oh, okay. You don't want to give us an opinion? No. Okay. Nigel, sir. Nigel, what are your predictions, sir?
So it's like this. It's like when I was watching BTK versus Onyx PH. I was like, so my heart is with Madagascar. That's who I think is going to win the MSA Cup. And my brain is probably thinking Equilibrium is going to win. But yeah, Madagascar has my vote, and I'm looking forward to see. I think Madagascar at least top 4. There's a lot of like misconception about all Madagascans, but I think they've got a pretty solid team. There is an exciting. We might have another Madagascan team joining us, so that would be very exciting to announce tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Madagascar, but brain says Equilibrium.
I like this guy.
All right, Samara, you're not in that team anymore. You have a more of a neutral stance these days, even though we kind of know what your answer is going to be. But tell us your predictions here. All right, dude.
Okay, my completely unbiased opinion that I'm going to give to you right now is that Equilibrium is going to win the tournament.
All right, very unbiased opinion right there.
Very unbiased. I put a lot of thought into that. Like, The other fan favorites, like for me personally, would have to be Madagascar and 1HP. Like those are my, and also Saint Dynasty. Those are like my top 4 teams at the moment in the tournament.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Scarp Skankle, what are your thoughts?
Colin, which team are you, bro?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking Con. Con,
Oh,
what team
Con.
are you,
Oh, right.
bro?
I thought
Same dynasty.
There's my answer, bro. I'm not going to say the name because then it's going to be a commentator's curse again. So I'm selectively, you see, politically
Oh,
correct.
yeah.
I'm answering this.
True. No, that's a good point. Waylander, what are your thoughts, brother?
Same dynasty.
Hey, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Fastest curse, brother.
I think with the confidence that we hear from Khan, nothing can curse him. Nothing. But the reason I pick Saint Dynasty, I know it's going against what everybody else says, but I like the way they micromanage the game. It's like they take a whole lot of tiny objectives, like stuff that you'd think, that doesn't really matter when they're contesting for a very small objective, but it builds up overall to the, like in the collective, like when eventually when you get to the macro objectives, like pushing a lane to take a turret or contesting for a turtle or lord, it's all the tiny decisions that you see from them that leads up to that moment in time. I really do enjoy watching them play, so that would be my pick, say Dynasty.
Okay. All right. Lastly, it has to be from the main man himself, Mr. Gerard G. God, some psycho, whatever you want to call him. What are your thoughts? Who's going to take the crown?
Well, it's my fault who's going to take the crown. I'm betting on either one of the Madagascar teams or South African team, and that will be Equilibrium or Imperium. What's that name?
Imperium.
Yeah, Imperium. Yeah, but they're also facing Madagascar as well. So Madagascar versus Madagascar is also going to be interesting to watch. And also Equilibrium versus HP. That's also going to be interesting to watch. So either way, who's win there, who lose there, either way, who's going to belong in the lower bracket, in the upper bracket, will be the main teams that will be basically facing each other in the playoffs, in the grand bronze finals and the grand finals. But I have a question for everyone here and also for the viewers as well. Who will be the MVP player of the year? Gonna be? That is the main question.
Shady.
Oh, it's got to be Chemical. It has to be Chemical, right? Like it can't be anyone else other than Chemical from Dark Harvest.
Astro.
You heard it.
Astro from Soul Society. I think it's gonna be him.
Clutch. Clutch from Dynasty.
My vote is on Tinkerbell. And Twinkerbell.
Is Twinkerbell isn't the skip now?
He's
Or
playing for
EQ?
Equilibrium.
Oh, is he playing EQ? Is he Shady? Do you know if Ghosty is going to be involved in the lineup? No spoilers.
I mean, it depends. I can't reveal anything too soon.
All right.
Yeah, so if he's gonna play, then yeah. Otherwise, I will actually vote for Con. So yeah, Con got my vote.
Okay.
Average Joe.
Okay. So yeah, thank you for
Anyway, guys.
everyone to be together on the channel and for the community as well and for the live so forth. But rather than that, thank you and goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, Farad. I think that is a good time to end things off, guys. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Obviously, most importantly, the people that are in this voice chat right now to make the time. I appreciate it. And even more important than that is obviously the audience, right? You guys are building blocks. You know, you guys are the way that we reach the top. Without you guys, we can't do anything.
Yeah, well, that is true, bro. I mean, we need to give a lot of thanks to the community. I mean, we started this for the community, and I mean, bro, it's special thanks to the community. It's the community that keeps us going at the end of the day. So, I mean, if it wasn't for the community, we wouldn't have had such a successful year this 2024, and then as well as giving us the prosperity to go into 2025. I mean, there's a lot of plans. There's a lot of things come from this. So yeah, regardless, it's thanks, guys, and thank you to each and every one of you guys inside of the meeting tonight. It's yeah, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, especially from tomorrow night up until the 20th of December. Right, it is expected, and I honestly hope that each and every one of you are on the lives with us. If it is just chatting to the community or keeping us entertained.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Scarp. Yeah, Waylander, I'm gonna leave you with this one. Will you be able to? Would you like to stream the scrim between Dark Harvest and Saint Dynasty like right now?
Scapskanko, what do you say?
Yeah.
Let's keep the
Let's
stream
go.
going. Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, guys. So the show isn't over. To those who want to watch, Con, I hope your team's ready. Mine is just getting themselves
Yeah,
together.
they're waiting for me actually. I even asked Bind if we could use the lobby.
Yeah. Nigel, are you down to help us out there, brother?
You'd have to ask Exodus. I think I would just send a good word to Zeeps and just see what he says regarding that, because they booked the lobby, but I'm pretty sure he would agree. Just ask him.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and then that'll be our little bit of a late night show for you guys. Again, let's end this off. I'm Rika. Thank you guys so much for all of your work. We'll be seeing you then. Peace.
And subscribe button.
Have a seat, sip some tea, and enjoy the show, my friend. Even if I were an ant, I would protect the grass overhead.
So, hello everybody, and welcome back to the stream. A little bit of a pause, but thank you for tuning in to watch this. Actually, the first, very first podcast brought to you about Mobile Legends here in South Africa. We're going to be start doing that. That was super fun. I don't know what you guys think here in the lobby with me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, bro, I have to agree. That was something new. It was the first time that we did feature something like this in South Africa. So, there's always time for something new. And that's fun. Just also getting insights from the different team names, how the teams came to life, etc., bro. And then, well, we always know we love the drama, and the drama was also fun.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It was good to hear so many different opinions. Diverse opinions on the game itself. I mean, that's what Mobile Legends is. It's a MOBA. MOBA has this large degree of flexibility to it. There's no rigid structure, picks, etc. The meta is continuously changing. But now we're gonna feature Dark Harvest up against Saint Dynasty. Maybe a precursor to one of the matches in the MSA. So I'm quite excited to see what's going to happen here. We're just waiting for the players to fill into the lobby, and then we can get the action going once more.
Yeah, I'm just very curious, right? Because a certain team in the stream that we are featuring now got votes from, well, the Waylander gaming community. Was that the intention behind this quick scrim? Do you think?
Maybe. But I was just giving what my honest opinion was in terms of what I've seen so far. But as we all know, in this game, anything can happen. I mean, we've seen some huge comebacks. We've seen some massive upsets. We've seen it in actually all the tournaments we've been streaming so far, Skapskenko.
100%. 100%. That has been true, bro. Uh, it ain't over until the cookie crumbles. And just something that like Rika mentioned is the teams always going in the favorites. They, yeah, it's a lot of weight that is carried by them. So
That's true. That is true. Well, I was quite interested to hear the views from Doofenshmirtz as well, talking about what it's like on the live stage. I mean, I know you, Sean, like me, you come from a sports background. There is like I don't know about you, right? But I love it. The stage, when with all the pressure and the spotlights, it's one or two things are gonna happen. It's either you're going to shine or you're gonna crumble.
yeah, it's motivation or weight. It's one of the two.
Yeah, exactly. It's as they say, come at the hour, come at the man. But as we wait for the teams to get ready, I'm actually quite excited to see this. Though we have the teams on, I think on the opposite sides. Yeah.
No, Blank. Do you think so?
Yeah, Saint Dynasty's got
Evening, guys.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Rick? How are you doing?
Fine, thanks in yourself. Yeah, I noticed it last night as well at the lobbying. Yeah. I'll double check it.
Okay, Scott Skinko has messaged. I was just about to
But
say
yeah,
that.
definitely. Waylander, your vote going to Saint Dynasty. Can you collaborate? I am truly excited about the way you explained it because I saw a few of Saint Dynasty's matches and I have been asking them for a number of months for partaking in King of the Hills tournaments or partaking in the community tournaments, and it was a struggle. But nevertheless, they did partake in one in which they performed spectacularly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's I mean, Mr. Wick, we're going to see this live right now. So for the viewers as well, those of you tuned in, and still stuck around through this, well, we've been on stream for about an hour and a half now. But for those of you still here to watching it, you're going to see what I was speaking about, which is the micro plays. A lot of people, in terms of the game itself here in South Africa, and this is something we should have actually spoke about, Mr. Wick, on the podcast, but we'll save it for the next podcast because we are definitely doing this again. The academy projects. So it was Mr. Wick and myself. We got together. We spoke about running some academy stuff. Then we pulled the MSA in as well. The purpose of it was to train what we're about to speak about right now. When you look at the South African server as a whole, they focus largely on what we call the macro plays, like where you rotate, getting everybody into position to contest for a particular objective, say turtle for instance. Neglecting, however, the micro plays that must happen before you get to a macro play. For example, if you have, as we all know, in the course of, let's say it's the first turtle, what your XP laner is expected to do is engage, poke, or maybe stun the enemy jungle when it's time to retreat, or just before that. That's the job of your XP laner. But you, as a team, know that the enemy XP laner wants to do this. So a couple seconds before that, what if you manage to take that XP laner down to half health? You know? Then yeah, exactly. It makes it a little bit difficult. That's just one of the tiny, and there's many micro plays that occurs that leads to you taking a macro objective much easier. A classic example of that was done by Equilibrium last night, in fact, in the second match that they played against Madagascar. For those of you watching, if you want to see micro plays that lead to macro objectives in that game was a classic example of how it works. Madagascar picked a team fight composition, so they went with the Camilla Vexana combo. Everything was about getting the team fight and winning the team fight, whereas Equilibrium opted to go for the split push strategy by picking a Ling and a Moskov. And so just before the major objective, which was like a Lord, all of a sudden you'll see Ling or a Moskov pushing the lane completely down one side, forcing some of Madagascar's players to move away from the team fight. And now remember, if you have a composition that has to do with synergy and all working together, suddenly now you don't have a particular player that is necessary for your team fight to go the way you expect it to go, because they have to go all the way across to defend, and it disrupts your strategy. But it was all these, just the timing of what they were doing. There was a lot of it throughout the course of the game. Micro plays that led to macro objectives. And then this is something that Mr. Wick and myself and MSA have been trying to work on when it comes to all the academy stuff.
No, especially, and it helps when a team does play or keep active. You know, engage in scrimmages, take part in the community tournaments. Learn about it, guys. It's the only way to do it is to do it, or to learn it is to do it, and to try and how would I say, Wylander, as 'n mens sal nou sal sê, jy weet, 'n bietjie advies sal aanvaar en nie net neglect nie.
Any bit of advice. I mean, sometimes what we'll say is based for any particular style of play. For instance, one of the things we did do in the academy was we spoke to the teams there about team fight drafting and how to get that done properly. But there is obviously other forms of drafting. So the advice that we give is just advice. It's up to you to implement it, and also decide whether certain bits of advice is suitable to your playstyle.
Sure.
But we're still waiting for one more player for the side of, say, Dynasty, and then we're going to get into this quite exciting game.
Do you have a little bit more background on Dark Harvest?
Yes,
For the name.
Yeah, so Dark Harvest is Rika's squad. It's the one that let me just get Kyrie into the lobby here. It's the one that he created after leaving Alchemy X because he said that he was looking to be a captain and a leader on his own right. Build something for himself, like with a team of good players. And if you look at the players that he has there, the ones he's recruited so far, it's a lot of old faces who have been together in quite a few squads.
Sorry.
Yeah, they've been together in quite a few squads. I mean,
Just
just looking at Dark Harvest, they've got players from, I think they were former Death Reaper players who became Alchemy X players, who became Echelon 1 players, and then now they're Dark Harvest players, so they know each other quite well.
Four of them, I believe.
Yeah, looks like Irie is joining the game.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting match. We have basically some both. Excellent game. Gonna be excellent game.
It is. Some extra entertainment for a Friday night.
But if we do, well, excuse me, I'm just quickly gonna step out.
All right.
100%. Funk Autistic, did that just answer your question regarding the Dark Harvest squad? As we see, we're about to start, just waiting for the team to ready up.
Yeah. So, once they're ready, we're ready. We're good to go. I think this is going to be a best of 3, Skanker.
Yeah, it is. I see Nigel switching out with Irie.
Okay, so we're going to actually get to see Nigel. Nigel asking Jinx to press ready, but Nigel needs to press ready. It seems as lobby host, he doesn't have to press ready. We get to see the tick above his name. But anyway, into the game we go. This is the tournament lobby, but this is not an official tournament game. It could be a precursor to an official tournament game, but a practice going through here.
Sir, what's your command?
So it's the Fanny Band coming out first.
Who said there are no
Yassi responding with the chip.
Yeah, Chip, as we've said this a million times before, Skanker, is not a hero you want to leave in anyone's hands.
Nope. He's a pickle ban hero. Pick or ban.
Yeah. So Hayabusa also being taken out of the equation by the side of St. Dynasty. And Dark Harvest responding with a Zushin ban. So as it was said previously, Hayabusa has fallen, say, slightly off the meta from what he used to be, but I mean, he's still quite a strong hero, especially in the right hands. We got to see that a couple of nights ago on Winanta Gaming. The Zushin pick, Zushin, everybody knows this is definitely what Skanker mentioned earlier, a pick or ban. The same with Matilda as well. Right now, the utility roams are extremely viable.
Choose my own path.
As we see two, one utility roam and one potential utility roam in the R-Lot being banned out. Matilda is that fits into that heading, that category of utility roam, and removed out of the equation. And we see the Mr. Must pick himself, Bruno.
Only love and
We see Yassi picking up the Sicilian. Dark Harvest getting a lot of love in this chat, bro.
Yeah. That's well, it looks like they were just waiting for the game to start, everybody, as the viewership starts getting back in here. So two very strong meta picks from the looks of it by Saint Dynasty so far, as well as Dark Harvest. I mean, Gatto and Sicilian have been featuring quite heavily in the pro scene.
Yeah, bro, I see you getting trolled. There's being asked for a poll.
Oh yeah, actually, we were so busy with
Conversation.
yeah, and the fact that we were in the whole podcasting fight.
Saint Dynasty definitely utilizing this 50 seconds as Warner picks up the Suyu and the Faker picks up the Aurora.
Well, the Suyo is as we all know, extremely meta. Same with the Alpha. This is just like meta versus meta right now. Alright, so let's get the poll up. Let's see what everybody says. Who's gonna take the win? Dark Harvest leading 60%, 60 to 40.
My mission is to protect.
Will the viewers curse pull through in this vote?
Right now it's 50-50. So the commentators curse struck first.
As we see Blank picking up the Alpha and Saint Dynasty responding with the Camilla ban, as well as Dark Harvest picking up the Hylos. So it's just super mad with the final ban, and well, yeah, Mimic as well.
So the last two bans, so Super Map, as you said, final ban. Again, a lot of the utility roams have been removed from the question, though I noticed the car lead is still open, the Cho is still open. I'm sure General Cho, who's watching the stream, would be excited to see a Cho.
Interesting, batting out the Terizla.
Yeah, Terizla is, how we can say this, because of the whole utility roam situation that we're dealing with as part of the meta. Having a tanky XP laner is the option to go, because you're going to have someone to take it as well. As we see, there's the Kali ban coming out. So there's still the option for a Cho pick. Think we're going to get to see it, Skapskaker? Or even a Hilda as well.
Yeah, the Hilda of late, just picking up her is not a bad pick, to be honest.
Yeah, so General Cho's calling out for the Cho roam for the side of Dark Harvest. I wonder which one of the two teams might pick it up. Going for the set composition at Dark Harvest. Super map, they're locking onto the Tigreal. Hovering around the Yuzong. Yuzong is quite a good counter to Sicilian. But then we have seen, and then switching to the Marsha. Interesting pick there, gives them a bit of split push potential. The Bonadetta is another one. Just flashing around there, wants to confuse the enemy a little bit. And it looks like we're going for the Bonadetta and the Akai pick. So Akai probably is there as the counter to Tigreal. As we know, Akai is one of the two classic counters to that implosion from the Tigreal. So it's Akai and, well, everybody knows D. So General Cho blaming Rika for the lack of Cho picks from his team there, Dark Harvest. And as Anik Philippines has made it famous, the Layla pick, which is no longer a troll pick.
Highlander, permission to speak in Afrikaans.
Hey, bro, you go for it. I think half or 90% of our viewership is Afrikaans.
Asseblief, dit sal baie nice wees. Dit sal my baie meer help. Wel, eintlik ken ek hierdie twee spanne eintlik ongelooflik baie goed. Dit was my makliker gewees om met daai jare genoemd gewees. Dave Reapers, Angel King was hulle kaptein. So normaalweg het ek met hom Afrikaans gesels en dan dit was makliker gewees om met hulle te kommunikeer, maar Super Mario Tigreal is ongelooflik. Hulle het gewoonlik 'n kombinasie wat hulle met minste taan doen. Wat uitstekend vir hulle gewerk het. Dis hoe hulle die eerste seisoen van ons mag die L woord gebruik nie. Van 'n toernooi gewen het 2011 of 2022 van King of the Hill. Een uit die tyd basically. Ons
But that's
history.
Yeah, history. History is how we heard a lot of history about the game during the podcast. But you know, actually, let's since we get to do this, right? Let me do this. Let me do this. Let's switch around. Rico was the one explaining to me how to get the camera sorted out here. As we 3D view both the jungles taking their buffs.
That's what it looks like.
So Suyu, using that very quick jungle clear of his, getting the blue buff sorted out onto the red alpha. No slouch with the jungle clear, as we see Supermap and Yasi protecting from potential invades, as we see Faker and Bind Crusher. But the poke coming out from Sicilian already, but Aurora responds with the poke back. So both the Chrome is slightly low on the HP side. As we see both jungles just hitting that level 4 mark. Will we see a potential gank coming in here? Some action. Bruno with oh, beautiful there from the jungler. It's gonna be a 2-for-1 exchange. Going in the favor of Dark Harvest. That Spear of Alpha coming up, but look at Quan. What's more, gets the quick off. It's gonna be a 3-for-3 exchange. This was brutality here in the bot lane.
And Dark Harvest is definitely 9 for the aggressiveness.
That Spear of Alpha landing onto 2. Bruno there was trying to get the bait out, trying to bait the Layla into coming a little bit forward. The Suyu play coming in clutch as well, but both the jungles biting the dust there, as it was a 3-for-3 exchange. As we see Yasi getting quite a bit of damage. Tigreal into the backline. Aurora, the freezing glacier, they managed to take down the Tigreal, but the fast hands coming out from Blank as he lands the retribution there, and also commits that Spear of Alpha to get away. But it seems that Saint Dynasty, they're like, you got no retri, we're coming in here for everything. They take down one more kill. It's going to be Grim that's been taken down. Suyu once more with the burst damage, but Bernadetta picks up the kill there onto the Tigreal. So it's a 3-for-0 exchange, but this turtle, this red buff keeps getting reset and reset. Cecilia just trying to poke down everybody he can. The retri now finally coming out from Khan. But gets displaced once more. There's the engagement. Heavy spin from the Akai. Does not manage to pin down the Sicilian. But Mimic on that Bernadetta getting the kill. However, we see Blank. Quick rotation here. Are they going to go for the turret dive? The wraparound play. There's only 2 of them here. As we see Kun Aguero. I'm not sure whether we should be saying Kun Aguero. That's a City player fan right there. Akai with the damage onto the Alpha, but he's going to sustain through all of this. But once again, the Suyu lost the damage onto the Tigreal. Implosion comes out, but not enough to save him. As we see the side of Suyu once more dashing in. But the Clutch play from Blank there with the Alpha picking up 2 kills, punishing the overextension there from the side of Safe Dynasty.
Well, they are definitely getting the move on. Sy is definitief besig om die jaar werk te doen wat ek verwag. Sy gaan definitief die Gatot kan outplay. Net met movement. So sy is behoort vinniger as hy gevaarde moet wees.
Yeah, that's true. The mobility of a Bernadetta cannot be understated. As we see, it looks like Safe Dynasty is sacrificing this turtle and putting a lot of pressure here on the gold lane. They want to force this Layla out, as we see Bike Crusher there on the Akai, just zoning the Layla away as Bruno just melting down this turret. Almost taken down there. It's gonna be the heavy spin from the Akai, but that's more to get himself out of harm's way. Ooh, nice retribution from Black once more, but there's the implosion play, knowing that there is no heavy spin to come out. Beautiful play there, but Suyu once more picking up a kill. It is a 2-for-1 exchange. Bruno with the sustain doing so much damage onto the Sicilian, has to get out from there as Scrim comes in, but Mimic, as Mr. Wick mentioned previously, that rotation speed from Bernadetta. 1 minute you're on one side of the map, the next minute you move all the way across, as we see Kun Aguero taking down the first turret for the game for the side of Safe Dynasty.
I remember someone mentioned the comment, ek weet nie of dit jy was die Kaap van, die gesê dit is amper nou soos as jy weer die game leer, die tank babysit die marksman. Jy weet, 'n ander vet marksman beteken nou baie in die game.
Yeah, bro, that is very true. But that is how they are forcing us to play with a new update, but it's not actually required though.
Yeah, positional play. Ooh, nice from Blank once more. Shut down onto the Bernadetta. Beautiful bait there from Dark Harvest. As they get another kill back onto the board, evening up that gold to a certain degree. They should be able to take that top lane turret. We see the wave cut coming in from both Blank and Grim there. But once more, it's Suyo into the jungle. As we see Owner. Ooh, there's going to be the engagement onto the Kai. He still has that heavy spin, manages to pin the Tiger down to the wall. He is being taken down by the Suyu, and he manages to take the blue buff as well, but he's not done. He wants to continue the engagement using that mobility of the Suyu to get in and out, and in response, look at the Bruno, Kun Aguero. I think the Kun Aguero, the name suits the player, the footballer.
Yeah, bro, but just to mention the micro plays there that transitioned into a macro play, with them keeping the units out from Dark Harvest and giving Bruno the opportunity to get that tier 2 turret.
That's true. Very aggressive play from them. Knowing that they have the counter to the Tiger once again is Mimic trying to get towards the back line, but poking the front line on the way there. Do see this top lane turret. They want to get a bit of pressure in here. Grim with the Gato just trying to get the defense on. Yassi and Pitch 304 coming in to help with the defense. The Feast comes out from the Sicilian. Look at the damage from there. That's a ton of damage. They're onto the Bruno. Bruno manages to reposition himself. Khan goes in with the Suyu. They manage to get a kill, but it's a 1-for-1 exchange, roam for roam. As Blank on the Alpha seizing the opportunity, saying, okay, you guys want to have a team fight in the bot. We're going to take, on the top lane, we're going to take the bot lane. Oh, Owner here, or Khan as he's previously been known, gets onto the retreat a little bit, has to heal up, dashes through the wall to safety. Bruno, once again, Kun Aguero taking down another turret. So it's the top lane turret that has fallen, but the mid lanes still stand. That's the one I know everybody's looking for, opening up the map. Ooh, later.
Baie damage op baie my every gun.
Yeah. That was a lot of damage, but as we just get the builds up so we can see for everybody how far everyone is away from building those core items for each of the players here. Engagement once
Running
more.
van die berserker item. Sien hy is op veral op Bruno.
Yeah. Well, he does need a lot of that crit damage though. The Malefic gun is what makes it really good. Oh, Blank once again with the retry. And the follow-up. Monster kill for Blank on the Alpha. Mimic picking up the Layla in the backlines. Will be able to get out of harm's way. It's a Suyu against everybody. Shut down for a kill for Blank. Godlike for the Alpha as he's storming through this game. But there once again, this Bernadetta trying to get something back for her team.
Yeah, the Benedetto did pick up a double kill in that exchange.
So the retries from Blank really coming through for his team. Quite clutch. But look at the damage he's dishing out to the Kai. That true damage from an Alpha is just scary. So this should be the mid lane talent being taken down. Aurora wants to try to get a defense in, but with a full team from Dark Harvest moving down the mid lane, it's going to be super difficult.
Daar is die Malefic gun nou opgetel vir die broeder.
Yeah. That's what we were looking for. It's probably Layla's next item as well, because she also needs that Malefic gun. Well, not needs it, but it's very, very useful on her. So the mid lane turret for the side of St. Dynasty being taken down here by Dark Harvest. They have established a bit of map control. Though the gold is pretty much even, the kills also pretty much even. That bit of map control is going to be something quite good. Oh, the conceal play coming out here. They're chasing down. It's going to be what a beautiful avatar of Guardian. With the implosion follow-up, the heavy spin does come out from the Akai, but a little bit too late. There's so much damage coming out from the Layla. She's just melting everybody. Once more, the Spear of Alpha gets committed onto the Bernadetta, but the fast fingers from Mimic are managing to keep himself alive.
Yo, that was a literal 1 HP escape there from Mimic. Like literally, but that was fast figures.
All that action though has managed to gain Dark Harvest a bit more map control, playing quite nicely as a unit. I want to say a little bit of like a Care Bears reference here. About friendship and the fact that we've been playing together for such a long time in so many different squads. Oh, there's the engagement onto the Tiger. A lot of poke damage there. Kai still has that heavy spin. It's the implosion that comes out. It does not commit the heavy spin. They do manage to pick up the Tiger. That's quite a good pick off before this particular objective. But there's Layla doing her best to push the lanes. Bruno has to go and recall. It's godlike for Blank, but it's not going to get in time there to manage to take the retribution. Bruno does manage to defend this tier 3 turret, so they do have the enhanced Lord on their side. St. Dynasty, as they can probably try to use this to establish some map control for themselves. That heavy spin from the Akai, quite a nice play from Nigel there. Zoning the Alpha away, making sure that his jungler has absolutely all the time in the world to retry that.
Yeah, and being the sweet sacrifice just for his team to get the Lord, bro.
Yeah, that was a very, very intelligent play from him. Get some poke damage onto the Tiger. Oh, but look at the Bernadetta into the backline, almost taking down P304 on the Layla. But there's their Kai once more, lands the heavy spin. Oh, but there's the Avatar of Guardian into the backline. It's Layla taking down the Akai. Bruno responding with another pick off onto the Tigreal, but is taken down by the Layla once more. This Layla really started in a hurt. the Lord very, very close to charging through to the base. Layla and Sicilian want to melt it down. Nice pull from the Layla. Keeping the tier 3 turret safe. Oh, there's Sui once more, trying to get a pick up onto the Sicilian. That Blast Feast comes out, but the follow-up from Mimic, taking down the Sicilian, but Layla on the mega kill. Right now, things looking a little bit tough there for the same Dynasty, because once the Layla and Sicilian come online, these are two very, very strong late game heroes. I mean, it's like you have to target both of them. Oh, there's the engagement once more into the Tigreal super map, but now the Avatar of Guardians likely off the mark. Bruno does get a... Look at that. One hit, 1/3 of the health gone down. As we see another lane being pushed through here. Will they push all the way through to try and take the tier 2 turret? No, they do not. They decide against it. Oh, but there's the engagement on the Bruno. He's going to have to get away. He ends up popping that... Wind of Nature, but a bit of overextension from the Bruno there. He does, however, have time to respawn to help his team contest this objective, but that there is not a kill that you want to be giving away. At this point, it's the stage in the game. Kills dead even, but now the gold lead's being built up by Dark Harvest.
As hulle het nou definitief die map control is aan Dark Harvest se kant.
Most definitely. So Bats comes out from the Sicilian once more. Look at that blown up Akai, as if he wasn't even a tank.
The guy damages. That's insane. Het hy magic defense op? Wouldn't Radiant armor be able to just provide a little bit or something now?
Yeah, well, I'll just speak about the Thunderbelt a little bit, right? Thunderbelt in South Africa is like a must-buy item. But in my opinion, it is a not must-buy item. When you're playing against, like, these are two very, very strong teams, Dark Harvest up against Saint Dynasty. In order for the Thunderbelt to come online, you gotta do basic attacks. It's how you get that the stacks on it. So when you got teams that play as cautiously as these teams do, you're not really going to get those stacks up on a Thunderbelt, which is why, in my opinion, it's not a valid pick for an item.
Yeah.
You would have, just as you said, Mr. Wick, it would have been much better to have the Radiant armor being picked up.
No, especially this stage in the game. I would normally say around about the third item towards a team fight, you know you're going to have team fights, especially in a game like this. So you need to be prepared, at least.
Yeah.
At the 6 to 8 minute mark, you need to be prepared for a team fight.
Exactly. As you see, once more taking a ton of damage, unstoppable by the Layla. Wave being pushed in. It's the implosion into the backline, but the Bruno is dishing out the damage. Wind of Nature comes out from the Layla, but the Bruno, he's coming in through here. He's gonna take down 1, 2. Is it gonna be he's gonna triple kill? Will he get the Maniac? Oh my word! He's on the hunt. Is gonna barrel. Came in clutch for his team, managing to save them from what seemed like impending doom. But impending doom, could this turn into victory? Sudden victory, I don't know.
En jy het my brein gepikkel op die sokkerspeler Kun Aguero wat ek ken, maar kan dit nie nou plaas. Striker van
Former striker from Man City. As we see this tier 2 turret being taken down, but it looks like Dark Harvest will be back in time to defend their tier 3s. Oh, there's the Tigreal. He wants to engage the super map, but look at the Sicilian with the second skill and the Bats Feast shut down by Yassi there on the Sicilian. Super play from him. And this is a dangerous time to have lost your marksman once more. It is 25 seconds, as we can see on the screen, Mr. Wick, for the next objective, the Lord. And this is going to be the 18-minute Lord.
It's going to be epic. As I know, there's 2 teams. It's going to be a dance.
So just before this Lord spawns up, right? The votes.
Once again onto the Kai, taken down so quickly as we see Khan here getting the lane pushed. Wants to try and establish a bit of map control, knowing that they cannot contest for this Lord without their marksman and roamer.
As I was trying to say before the action happened, the votes swinging to the side of Saint Dynasty to take the W in this best of 3, taking the votes to 57%.
Yeah, ooh, there's Suyu to the back line here. But Yasi, beautiful positioning, manages to get away. It's the conceal play coming out from the Tigreal, but the mobility from the Suyu just too much for them to handle.
Waylander, jy het gesê ons kan 'n bietjie met die stream rondspeel, reg?
Yeah.
So I want you to try and focus hitting on the Sicilian.
For like a 3D view.
Yeah, it will give you a view. Then you can play around with the cameras. It will give you a nice view.
That actually was pretty cool. It was a nice shot to have right there at the end. As Dark Harvest take the first game in this best of 3, how will Saint Dynasty respond? Have the viewers and Waylander Gaming curse them? Or will they come back in the next game?
GG.
So back to the tournament lobby, as this time round I hand you over to both Mr. Wick and Scarp Skenkel as they lead us through the ban phase. They're going to supply us with all the knowledge that they have from the years of play. In either English or Afrikaans, generally.
Yes, ek weet nie waar om te begin nie, Skaap. Ons kom lank pad terug.
Yeah, true, bro. True. We have been walking a long distance road, but it seems like what's going on here? Waiting for us to go into the drafting action here. But it seems like that.
It's a delay. Ek wonder of van Super maar bietjie 'n Franco uitdruk.
Seems like Irie is having a bit of stage fright tonight.
Any substitutions?
Oh, he's having a bit of lag issues.
Kaap, daar moet jy begin volle baie marksman rol.
We saw Bike Crusher coming in. So, yeah, nonetheless, let's have fun. Will Saint Dynasty be able to bring this back? One each and take us into the sudden death round? Or will Dark Harvest take this in a clean sweep? As we are bound to jump in to the drafting phase.
Ek sal like as Saints se Granger moet optel.
As we are good to go. Oh, there we go. Finally, we jump in as Yasi from Dark Harvest gets the first ban in match number 2. Yeah, they definitely pulled the Layla on you, but the Layla is actually a very big, pick at this point of stage. As we see Dark Harvest banning out the chip. Like we mentioned in the previous draft, Chip is definitely a pick or ban hero as Saint Dynasty bans out the cutthroat Fanny. Super map and
Time to take the field.
We're back.
banning. So there's a definite spec ban going through to the but yeah. Kiro, yeah, he is not in the matchmaking now for round two. As Same Dynasty bans out position.
I will choose my own path.
Mr. Shady, here is your special shout out as you were asking where I was in the previous match.
Only love and night are everlasting.
As we playing pick up the Hayabusa as the Arlo and the Sicilian is banned out. The Sicilian is definitely a respect ban coming through from Saint Dynasty.
Wat zie jy eers gekies het teen Hayabusa? Of wat jy opskuil teen Hayabusa in die jungle?
Persoonlijk, I would pick the Ling or the Joy. As we see Bind Crusher picking up the Camilla, so we will be seeing Cursed Blood action.
Sal nogal nice wees om 'n Joy te sien op 'n Joy het. Weet typiese gewone heroes.
True. As we see Mimic pick up the Phobias, Supermap and beat 304 with the next picks. As we see Yasi swapping out with Pete 304, picking up the Aurora. And General Chow, Bind Crusher is in Nova Core as Faker picks up Eudora. You don't, well, no, that was a bit premature from me. My bad. Faker, why are you trolling me? Was it because I told you in the chat to ready up? Is that why you're trolling me? Honestly.
Beautiful. Aspirant. Ja, wat dink jy van die Parsa se damage nou recently? Yes, hy pop off hoor.
Yeah, no, the Parsa is definitely doing damage as of late.
Kagura, I do love a good Kagura player.
Faker is definitely a very good gag player. As well, no. Definitely utilizing the full 50 seconds. Faker picking up the UV.
Imagine if a Joy in a Manzatar. You? He's not so far.
Well, General Chow, I would say he's not in the meta anymore. I mean, the Camilla is still a very good roam, and she can set up very, very much clutch plays. The Camilla is definitely a hero that could turn the tides, as we see Dark Harvest banning out the Ling and Saint Dynasty banning out the Tigreal. So there is definitely respect bans coming through from the first matchup.
Just to add on to the Camilla pick here, let me show off a little bit. So, the person who, if everybody knows, right, Camilla is only played here in South Africa, and no other server. So the person who introduced the Camilla straight to our South African server was me, Scarps Gecko.
Yeah, bro.
But
I know.
Many people play the Camilla pick. You see it quite often, right? Because of the team fight potential. But they have to understand the purpose of the Camilla pick. So the reason that when was working with this concept of the meta pick, it was what I was using to counter the healing strat that was so prevalent. Because when you have a healer in the team, people need to be bunched up quite a bit. So with that close confinement of players, landing Camilla's ultimate, that Curse Blood, becomes significantly easier. So Camilla is a viable pick against a team that's going for that healing tank composition. That's where it comes from.
I am vengeance incarnate.
That's where it came from. But as we can see here, could still potentially work out, though it's going to be a bit difficult to land that ultimate, as we can see. The Eve pick is one that is quite interesting from the side of say Dynasty. Eve, I feel, is one of the heroes that is being slept upon a little bit. Quite a good pick, in my opinion. But the composition from Dark Harvest right now, quite strong. They have given Blank what he loves to play, which is the Assassin Jackals. And for any of you who have been watching tournaments for a long time, you will know how much Blank loves to play Assassins. You have seen that in both games so far. The Fanny was the first ban. It is what he is most famous for playing, the Fanny, Blank on the Fanny. And so it's pretty much an auto ban.
Okay, now Waylander, you can shift to per se Hayabusa or Granger. Then you can also
Video view is quite awesome.
it's amazing. That is beautiful. Dit maak dit nou die moeite werd, jy weet, yes. Dit veral vir ons.
Yes, agreed. And then the fact that they have all the skins available to them is also pretty cool. I wonder if all the recalls are available to them as well.
Hey, dis nogal 'n interessante vraag om te vra, ja.
There's a bit of poke from the Atlas onto the Camilla, but there's Eve once more. Tries to get close, but yeah, see, nice zoning out with the Aurora. Though the Litho, there's Blank once more engaging onto Faker here. Did he get first blood? Yes, he does. Dancing in and out the Hayabusa, getting the first blood. Fun on the Granger. Everybody knows how. We're actually looking at Khan's most famous pick, I'd say.
Granger.
Yeah, Granger.
Ek kan onthou daai jare toe ek Woesie gekyk het ek altyd vir Kon die nickname ook gegee, Danger Granger. Excellent Granger speler.
Flicker being committed by Yassi, as Khan picking up 2 kills this early on in the game. Wants to storm through, wants to prevent Hayabusa from getting that shadow kill, but Blank there just the last second throwing a skill out here, but level 5 already for the Granger. This is going to spell some trouble for the side of Dark Harvest, or do they have because they do have such beautiful composition. As you can see, they do want to try to contest this turtle. Granger coming in, and the Richie this time going to the Granger on God, but he can't get out of harm's way as the engagement comes through. It's going to be the last insanity comes out. The Curse Blood from the Camilla landing onto 2. We get to see the power of the Curse Blood as it is a 1-for-2 exchange going in the favor of St. Dynasty.
General Chow, does that answer your question on the Camilla pick in this team composition?
En dit gaan nogal baie moeilik wees vir jongens wat met engage. Veral met Moscow se knockback en Carmela plus nog jy die Polwees se knock-up se second skill. So dit gaan dit moeilik wees om team composition reg te kry. Jy weet, wave engagement.
Yes, agreed there, Mr. Wick. And we can't forget Eve with that ultimate. The name of her ultimate escapes me. But that just adds to what you were saying in terms of the team fight potential from the side of St. Dynasty. As we see Camilla scouting the bushes out. Yassi, is Yassi going to be caught out here in a bit of a trap? And doesn't know that the Camilla is in there behind. It's going to be the Granger getting a kill once more. It's a but Layla picks up the Camilla. There's the follow-up. Super Map with the fatal links. That was like a Mortal Kombat fatality there.
Laat my so terugdink aan 'n eerste season wat ons gehost het. Het hulle altyd die combo gebruik van Atlas en Minzetar. Yes, hulle was gou van mee gewees op 'n tyd.
Look at the outplay from the Moscow 3v1. He gets the kill on the Hayabusa. What is this guy on?
Regal sparring with the insult, just as well Con said in the podcast.
Ooh, Curse Blood landing onto 3. It's gonna be the Ranger coming through, picking up 1 kill, but it is a 1-for-1 exchange. Oh, but there lands the ultimate from the Eve that we were talking about. But Layla, oh my word, it's gonna be a 2-for-2 exchange. What is going on here? Oh, there's Hayabusa, sees the opportunity. It's going to be the shadow kill. Eve's trying to survive this, but Blank with the fast fingers manages to get the kill and get out. He's hightailing it. Moscow comes in with the ultimate, but oh my word, Super Map right there at that moment in time with Yassi as the follow-up. Are we going to be able to see him outplay once more? No, this time he's taken down. But the Kamala did come in there trying to save the teammate, but is taken down as well.
That Moskov didn't expect the Atlas to be waiting in the bush.
Yeah. Oh, but there's Granger once more onto the Layla, dancing around there. Khan picking up another kill. Pit 304. Not having the nicest time on the Layla, but I'm still picking up the kills though. There's Eve with the ultimate, zoning everybody away, trying to create space. The turtle has been reset. It's going to be Bind Crusher. Lands that Curse Blood onto 2, but the team is not there to quite follow up. It's going to be Aurora with the Fizzing Glacier. Oh my word! Blank comes in there, but that it's going to be Yassi as well, who's been taken down. So Turtle and 2 kills going to the side of Saint Dynasty. That was that delay now that was introduced a couple of patches ago. Super Map wants to come in there, but it's like, wait a minute, I'm here by myself, and this Granger is starting to hurt. And you see the last Insanity coming out from the X-Borg, doing a ton of damage onto Mimic. He's gonna have to pop the Vengeance to stay safe, but there's the Granger. He's got out a little bit out of position. Shadow Kill comes out from Blank there on the Hayabusa. Granger managing to do so much damage, using the ultimate perfectly there. But meanwhile, on the top lane, there's another engagement pick-off onto Layla once again. By the side of Saint Dynasty, they have developed a bit of map control here, but Dark Harvest, they do have the team composition to try and get the kills. The Granger just popping ultimate after ultimate, Blank dancing around there, wants to try and get into position to land that shadow kill of his, but I think it's still on cooldown at this moment in time. Here we get to see, oh my word, Super Map with the fatal links. Once more, Phobius, Super Mario style. It's gonna be the Curse Blood landing onto 2. The knockup follows there. They managed to get 2 more kills in response. This is like a all-star boxing match. Oof, yes, he escaping with a 1 HP escapes.
Viewers, it is time. It is Saturday night, Friday night, and this is a late night show. So it is a word that we haven't heard in a very, very long time, and that is the meanwhile from Mr. Waylander himself. Is it time to get that refreshments and take a sip every time he says meanwhile?
Yeah, bring and get drunk. Because if I know that that's what people are going to be doing.
And yeah, boys, laat hy val.
We just go, meanwhile. So we see the turtle, third final one for the game being taken by Saint Dynasty. Shady TZ there in the chat saying question mark, vengeance on export question mark. Yeah, I was also wondering about that vengeance spell on the export, but hey.
Perhaps it's towards engaging to the Moskov.
Yeah, Possibly. Actually, that's very, very true. Give him that little bit of exchange. Releasing Curse Blood. Does not land onto anybody. Eve there with the follow-up. Kamala with the Vengeance trying to survive through all of this. There's Supermap with the Fatal Links there, but it's gonna be a 1-for-1 exchange. It's a Rome for Rome exchange here. But yeah, see, he's quite low. Major pops that ultimate one more time. He actually manages to force everybody back as St. Dynasty try to establish even more map control. Do you realize, gentlemen, that they have all their targets up?
Ja, maar dat gaan met die rotation en die mobility, jy weet, as hulle 'n struktuur het wat hulle volg, veral kon op die Granger. Nie om te beweeg of iets nie, maar jy weet, hy is ongelooflik, hy maak die jungle ongelooflik vinnig skoon op die Granger. En sy movement speed is great.
That's true. As who is trolling me in the chat saying, take a sip as there's so much damage coming out from the Granger. Ooh, the Fatal Links. The last insanity from the Xbox, he still has the immortality, but there's Moskov into the backline, melting down. Yeah, see there with Layla. She pops that cannon of hers, blasting everybody, wants to try and get capable space. The shadow kill comes out from Blank on the Hayabusa, taking down 2. What a lovely bit of timing there from Blank on the Hayabusa.
I'm still putting my vote on the Atlas. On the turning point in this game.
Yeah, but that's true. But this what we just witnessed could have been it, because you've got 5 people alive for the side of Dark Harvest. The Lord is up, and Black with that double kill managed to actually get his team in a good position to contest this objective. Look at Layla; she's just like stand and deliver.
Granger is nie naam in die omgewing.
There's the ultimate, comes out from Eve, trying to zone everybody away. The Curse Blood does land. It's going to be the Fatal Links onto 1 this time. The Curse Blood does land. Is there going to be the follow-up? Layla manages to get a kill into the backline. Granger comes in once more, and it's going to be a 3-for-2 exchange. Only the Layla and Xbox left alive.
Catch this Xbox.
Oh, Frog armor being taken down there by the combination of Granger and Mimic on the Phobius. So this is the unenhanced Lord, so I think we should be able to see a defense. Will they be able to defend all the targets though? Say Dynasty. So what do you think about the match so far, guys?
Well, bro, to be honest, it's like almost watching a brawl match with the constant action transpiring between the two teams with their aggressive plays.
Yeah, Layla wants to get engaged onto the Phobius, but Phobius is not really a hero you want to engage on. Oh, there's going to be an engagement onto Supermap. Just a bit of poke, though, as we got a full 5v5 happening here towards the jungle.
Ja, veral nou is dit 'n groot oomblik, jy weet, om te fokus, want dit is nou, hoe sal mense sê, like broken play. Enige iemand kan net uitgevang word en dit swing die hele game.
Yeah, exactly. We've gotten to that 12-minute mark. Layla with the damage once more. Granger just escaping with a sliver of health.
The next Lord is definitely going to decide the fate of this match, in my opinion.
Ja, maar kyk, as jy met Moskov en hy base kom of met Layla.
Coming out onto Supermap. Fatal Links does land onto 2. Is there going to be the follow-up from the team? They managed to take down Supermap. But Blank, he was in a nice position, opting not to camp there, as he did manage to take down the first turret at the almost 13-minute mark for the side of Dark Harvest on the top lane. So St. Dynasty still in control of the map at this moment in time, but the potential here from the side of Dark Harvest is quite scary. As we see Shady in the chat saying, make sure that you protect the Layla. Protect the Layla, win the game.
Yeah, and who question mark pointing out that the Layla and the Aurora is actually key for Dark Harvest in this match now.
That's true. That is true. It's kind of like that old TV series, "Save the Cheerleader, Save the World," Heroes.
Save your skills for team fight.
Yeah, save your skills. Okay, engagement onto super map, but there's gonna be the Xbox. He does get the last insanity, but the dodge there from the Moscow. However, Phovius is taking a ton of damage. Shadow kill comes out. It's gonna be a kill onto the. Oh, make that two. Both the marksman and the fighter being taken down. But Layla, she's gonna get engaged upon. It's gonna be the first blood that lands onto her. She does manage to pop that beautiful wind of nature, keeping her alive. Could this be the moment that the game has changed?
Who mentioned it in the comments?
As Nightbot has decided to act up against him and want Nightbot is a mission of his own.
Yeah, he decides just who he wants to warn, and he's focusing on.
Big off of Layla now van Hayabusa.
Beautiful pick off there. But we see the Lord making its way on the top lane, but I think Hayabusa should be able to stop this. But taking a ton of, yeah, exactly. Though with his build, he should have a decent amount of ability to sustain all of this. Lord does crash into the tier 3 turret, but is taken down by the combination of Hayabusa and Aurora there. Blank and Yasi managing to keep their tier 3 turrets still alive and well.
You know, aan die kant van Dark Harvest was, hoe sê jy nou die teamfight approach het? Want obviously jy gaan Aurora gaan met Freeze, X-Borg en dan het jy jou Atlas wat opvolg. Maar hoe doen jy dit teen daai amount of stang of CC? Jy weet of jy weet ek sal sê ou sal hulle moet probeer flank op die regte tyd. Maar dieselfde nou weer van syne se kant af. Dit is ongelooflik moeilik want hulle kan jou blok eintlik op alle punte.
Yeah, that's look at Nomik there, forcing the shadow kill out from the Hayabusa, but managing to take him down. It's gonna be the Aurora passive that's being propped once again. But we got Saint Dynasty, they're on the hunt. They managed to take down 3 players from the side of Dark Harvest as we see the top lane, the first tier 3 turret being taken down. They do have the wave clear of the turret block. Trying to come in here, last insanity from the Xbox. He wants to try and keep things alive. He's getting a bit of damage out there, but he's being taken down himself. The mid lane turret being pushed in here. Could this spell the end? It's Aurora versus everybody.
Yes, maar ek moet sê, as hy Atlas net 'n bietjie meer health gehad het op baie flikker, ek dink dit sou 'n interessante turnaround gewees het.
So this game, this series being even 1-1. What are they saying? What a collapse! Well, that's the beauty of watching these top tier players playing against one another. It can go either way.
GG's on the Granger.
So back over to our panel of experts here as they lead us through the drafting phase once more in the third and final match. Who's gonna take this? Is it gonna be Saint Dynasty in the blue or Dark Harvest in the red? Who's gonna triumph tonight? Will South Africa be blue? Will South Africa be red for the evening? Let's wait to see what's gonna happen.
We are seeing Shady TZY that was with us in the chat in the game now for the side of Saint Dynasty. Rika loving Super Map at this point of time. That plays the fatal links from the Atlas was at point of times just very, very much fatal.
Stekend gelopen. Lekker. Kaap en jy, hoe sal jy die draft benader as jy nou uit 'n 1-1 uitkom?
I would definitely go for a comfort meta picks, especially on the first pick. If you have the first pick, go for a comfort meta pick. Hopefully, if your mains are not banned out, but I would just stick to the main guns. You know, Don't fix stuff that ain't broken just yet.
Stick to script.
Stick to script. If you are used to being very aggressive and aggressive wins you the game, then push for your aggression. If you decide to take a slower approach to this and go for the bush warfare, then take the slower approach with your set and tanky heroes. But nonetheless, same dynasty, banning out the Tigreal, they definitely did not like playing against the Tig in the first match, as Dark Harvest bans out the Harlot.
Well, definitely for respect ban op Supermarkt met die Tigreal.
Yeah, no, definitely. As we wait for Faker to ban out the Hayabusa, you're getting rid of the Hayabusa from Blank. Will they be focusing the Blank with his assassin jungles? Who question mark is stating that his Layla would win his fights if he was in these matches. So we see Dark Harvest banning out the chip. The Mr. Ferret himself in the machine eating chips.
Kijk, hy lies. Peanut kan vir jou kom rondneuk.
What's your command?
Yes, it can. As Saint Dynasty bans out the cutthroat Fanny herself. And Dark Harvest responding with the Zushin. Who's Shady? General Chow would love the very pick as Who's Shady picks up the Chow. Yes, he picks up the Sicilian, so we will be seeing a lot of bats once again. Super Mab, will you pick up your Atlas? Will you go for your Franco? Or will you just swap out with Grim on the Khalid?
Daar's 'n lekker pick. Ruby.
But look at how Mimic is going to respond. If he picks up the Ruby, we all know Ruby will never ever be out of the meta. But Mimic decides to start trolling us.
Well, Yuzong is deurdagger. Dit is hy's nou bietjie een te veel.
Mimic picks up the Marsha. Faker finally deciding on the Lunox.
Ja, kom burst, boys.
General Chow, I think it's not let's vote. It's let's go. P303, please show us something else than the Layla tonight. Please, 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 please.
Jy het gesê waar speel General Chow?
General Chow, no, he plays for Nabjutsu, but he likes the Chow. Chow is his main as well. His name gives it away. General Chow, who does not like potatoes, as Pete 304 picks up the Bruno.
What's that?
Bubble Blank with the next bag. Rika, would you really say this Chow is shady AF? Is it just because Equilibrium is playing UL for the same dynasty? Rika, you are definitely shouting there for your teams. You're liking the Bruno pick. Even though the Bruno would have been open at that point of stage. As we see Saint Dynasty banning out the and Dark Harvest responding with a Suyu. Soyo!
Daai here se ability om CC te dodge is bietjie baie gevaarlik.
Super map. 50 seconds. Could go a lot quicker. As Super map bans out the Ling. Will we be seeing a joy pick coming in here as Mr. Khan bans out the Alpha?
Maar de Granger is weer op. Gewonnen. Oh, nou, dus die komen pikken half.
Shady, why not? Why not clip you?
Well, het is een signature move van... ik denk dat is Sainz wat normaal was met die Julian speelt. Als ik niet verkeerd is.
Well, but Julian, in my opinion, and in so many his opinions, Julian is a very, very strong hero. There is no real counter for him. But we see the blank picking up the Paquito and owner, well, as we all know, Con, picks up the Gushin Nanil. Yo, what a tongue twister of a name. Nail picks up the Beatrix, and Supermap seems like he will be flexible with the Pensador.
Wel, ek gesien hierdie Gushin. As jy hom op die behoorlike bal sit op Magic, dis verkeerd. Sy burst, sy one-shot combo, dit is insane. Snaaks, ons sien nie regtig Lancelot spelers nie.
Here we go into the game.
So Shady coming in as a sub. And asking people not to clip him. That's the best way to get clipped, Shady. Is to ask people not to clip you.
As he's stating that it's the first time on a chow. But yeah, no, P304 not going with the Layla pick, picking up the Bruno. The Bruno is definitely going to be an eye watcher. As we see Gushin starting on the same side as the Paquito, but the Chow just trying to be pesky there in Dark Harvest's jungle.
Yeah.
Rico fans.
Yeah, the Khalid coming across and just doing a ton of damage. Khalid on the XP lane is something that I really do like to see. That's quite a good pick. Oh, there's the Kufra super map. Nice jump in there onto the Gushin as Gushin came in there for the buff steal. Seizing the opportunity of the space created by the Cho, as we see Shady once more dancing in and out. Oh, but what a bounce from the Kufra. First blood going to the side of Dark Harvest. Kufra once more wants to engage onto Faker there with the... Oh, blank! The flicker there, fast fingers, but it's gonna be Gushin once more trying to get into the backline, doing a ton of damage. Does he have the ability to get out? Just a 1 HP escapes, but no, not 1 HP escapes. The kill does go down. It's a 1-for-1, but Blank says no. 1 for 3.
Getting the triple kill as we see the turtle spawned up.
Yeah, so definitely gonna go uncontested to the side of Dark Harvest as they've pulled out almost 1k gold lead, actually a 1.2k gold lead with that exchange and the turtle.
Yeah, Dark Half is definitely going for a very of offensive plays at this point of stage, especially so early on.
But Joe wants to try and get that level 4 so you get the pickups. Dancing in and out of the bush, scouting out super map there. But Bruno coming in with a bit of damage. Has to be a bit cautious though. It's Lunox. Commits the light ultimate, but there's the pick off there by the cushion into the backline. Flicker comes out from the Bruno. But oh, the Tyrus Wrath catching out the Joe, dragging him into the turret. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange. As we see Blank making a very nice rotation. I do love that rotation from him. Just hoping that the wave was going to be cleared a little bit quicker so we could get through there. Should scouting out the bushes for his team, keeping them a bit safe. Shady there on the choke. Nice camp out. Wants to wait for the pickoff on the way back. As we see the Yasi there making the rotation. So it's going to be the mega kill there for Blank. Shady not being able to even get close. The Feast of Bats comes out for the side of Dark Harvest as they pick up yet another kill, maintaining their 1k gold lead at this early stage in the game. Joe baiting out some skills there. To the Marsha. Marsha may be one of the heroes that Khalid will not have the nicest of. But there's a fight meanwhile in the mid lane here. It's going to be two taken down from the side of Dark Harvest. Lunox there picking it up. But oh, what a play there from Grim. Forcing out the light ultimate from the Lunox. Cho coming in, just trying to protect the team. Kufra with a jump in there. But it's Marsha with the damage. Does she have enough damage to take down the Kufra? Yes, she does. As this second turtle of the game looks like it's going to go uncontested to the side of St. Dynasty. A lot of back and front in this game. St. Dynasty have swung the gold lead into their favor by about 500 gold. Or actually make that a 1k gold with the turtle being taken now. Oh, engagement once more. There's the kick from the Joe, picking up another kill. Killing spree there for the Gushin as he wants to take more. He wants to go in, but there's the Kufra Tyrant's Wrath. Beautiful shutdown, unstoppable on the Paquito.
Dark Harvest definitely not liking it if you come and try and steal in their jungle.
Yeah, that is true. That was a beautiful, that was my answer to the question of which hero is going to be, if they actually asked me, which is your most underrated hero, is this Kufra. But when I was talking about what I would have answered to a potential question, it's another kill there, onto this time the Lunox, says Shady, more recall spams between Shady and the super map. They're having the battle of the recall spams.
Well, now that you mention it, I would have thought that you would have brought up the Matilda as an underrated hero.
Yeah, Matilda,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but she gets the respect in the pro scenes.
Ja, maar ons moet dit gebruik. Ek sou self gesê het Matilda is definitief my underrated hero. Ek sal baie graag meer wil hê die ouens moet dit gebruik.
Yes. You see, we've shifted into what's called the utility jungle phase, due to certain changes in the meta. Oh, nice kickback from the Cho onto the Bruno, but he's getting engaged upon. There comes the Beatrix. She's doing a ton of damage. Tyrant's Wrath onto the Cho. They managed to get the kill. Superman, what a conceal play there. But Lunox gets the Dark Ultimate off, gets the kill, but is taken down in return. However, it was the Kufra who picked the kill, picked up that kill there. But you can see it's a bit of a mix and match team for the side of St. Dynasty. You see the synergy not quite there, with the kickback onto the Bruno, with the follow-up not being there on time, as we see Blank starting this third and final turtle of the game. Blank's Feast comes out from the Sicilian. Yeah, he's just zoning everybody away.
But one thing that I've realized from our last couple of streams is a lot of teams are actually leaving the third and final turtle to turn in or spawn into the Lord, the first Lord of the match.
Paying attention.
It's a good strat to use when you want to use it to take control of the map. I'm a big fan of using that strat myself. However, sometimes when you don't have the option to wait because there's like too much time and you do have the advantage, you might as well seize the advantage while you have it. So it's
Why?
a strat that is time dependent. Which as we get to a more quieter phase here, oh, there's the engagement onto the Lunox, has to commit the light ultimate to escape, gets the flicker out. There's the Marsha getting the kill onto the Bruno and managing to get out, but Kufra wants to chase down the Lunox, but oh, there's the Cushion into the backline. It's going to be the Sandstorm being committed, but the Marsha and Lunox combination just melting down the Khalid. As we see yet another turret being taken down by the Beatrix.
Saying you wanted to come and rush in here with your Super Saiyan Cloud? Get lost.
Moet ik hier rondspelen met haar camera weer?
Oh, nice from the Cushion. Gets the pick off, but Paquito once more Cho with the kickback. Follow up this time by the Lunox. That was a beautiful combination play, but Kufra says no, I gotta get one kill in response. As it's 12 and 12. However, the map control is in the side of St. Dynasty at this moment in time. How are Dark Harvest going to respond? There's the Marsha once more into the backline. They managed to take down, I'm saying backline, it was the front line that was in the backline. Kufra gets taken down, and this is with the Lord being up.
And St. Dynasty almost having that 4K gold lead. Oh.
In map control.
Faker there on the Lunox getting scouted out. Shady, using that dash in, manages to get a beautiful pick off there onto the Bruno once more. But it is the Beatrix who gets caught out, so it's a marksman for marksman exchange. As we see the recall spams from both teams, they're having fun. I'm sure you, the viewers, are having just as much fun. Except for Rika, because he's putting sad faces in the chat.
I wanted to just ask Rico, why didn't he come in commentate his team's game?
He doesn't like to do that. Oh, there's a pick off there to the Kufra.
Wel, ek onthou toe ons die King of the Hill friendly 1 gehou het. LBG, hulle was nie regtig gewoond aan Chow speler nie. En hulle nou sien hoe ons speel met Chow. Dis dit 'n massive, jy weet, eye-opener vir hulle gewees en hulle dink ons het van die beste Chow spelers.
Yeah, actually, we've got General Chow. Speaking of Chow spelers, players.
Ja, nee, General Chow, hy maak uit van Chow.
He is, in my opinion, the best Chow in our server. Concealed
I do agree.
Onto the Sicilian kickback dead. It seems like they don't want to take the Lord. No one wants the Lord. Looking a bit
They're
lonely.
waiting for it to enhance.
Yeah, but look at the positioning from Blank, though. Recalls, but nice positioning with this engagement. Right to Cho, onto Superman once more on the Kufra. Beatrix opting for the sniper. Oh, but there's going to be the flicker sandstorm from Khalid off the mark, so not going to be available for, as Scrubscape rightly pointed out, the enhanced Lord. Oh, the kickback once more as they do manage to take down the Sicilian. There's a follow-up. Tyrant's Wrath off the mark. Light also comes out, but the damage coming in from Bushin and Beatrix and Lunox. Look at that. Look at the damage. Oh my word.
Beautiful play.
It's like a shotgun. So tier 3 turret, no Lord in sight. Are they going for the turret lock? Oh, they're just standing there in the base.
Nou is dit tyd om raai kamera te speel as hulle gaan eindig. Maar hulle glo nie nou nie.
Yeah.
Dink jy hulle gaan nou begin regmaak vir Lord of gaan hulle klaarmaak?
They should be setting up for Lord. As we see, they are retreating.
So as we see Shady in the comments, they're saying they didn't respect my Joe. Who didn't respect your Joe, Shady? Ooh, the little Lord. Very close there, but goes to the side of say Dynasty. But there's the shutdown kill. Kufra with the Sandstorm into the background, getting a lot of poke damage. Shady just baiting everybody, using the mobility of Joe quite nicely.
Freestyle.
Oh, and there's Gushin once more. Unstoppable on the Gushin. Make that unstoppable on Mimic on the Marsha as well. There's going to be the kickback once more there by Shady. It's going to be 1, 2 down. Oh, the Leo coming out from the keeping him alive. Mimic wants to kill. Takes down the Sicilian. That was the wave clear. That should be the game though. Godlike for Mimic on Marsha. As we see the Nexus is exposed, taken down, and it is 2-1 victory going to the side of St. Dynasty. So no spectators curse. Scarps can't go and Mr. Wick.
No spectators curse. Commentators curse. It was a spectators curse if you think about it. Dark Harvest being the favorites, going in with that first poll. And, well, viewers, how many times do I need to warn you? But well played to both teams.
So, Echo Diaz, they're asking if this is a tournament match or just for fun. This was a custom game set up between Dark Harvest and St. Dynasty. So that was that. Dr. Doom saying Mimica is a beast underrated player. Well, we got to see his MVP performance here out here. As Aldrich, I think Bruno not for me. Doesn't like the Bruno. So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the game?
Wel, vir iemand, ek kan onthou jy het gesê die synergy is nie lekker daarby sy se kant nie. There's something to mention. Maar dit was 'n uitstekende wedstryd geweest. Definitief baie nice geweest om te kyk en dankie dat ek saam met julle manne kon gewees het. Van my kant af gaan ek sê totsiens en dankie vir al julle moeite manne. Excellent game geweest.
Right. Yeah, thanks for being here with us. Shady in the chat saying I carried. Yeah, your Joe plays were excellent there, Shady. It was quite something to watch. But a great performance from both teams. I mean, they held us entertained on the literal edge of my seat across all 3 games here, Scarps Genko.
Yeah, no, bro, they took us into the sudden death. So I'm always happy to go into the sudden death because the sudden death rounds, they just, well, how shall we say this politely? It just slaps different.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So let me just exit myself from the tournament lobby as we exit ourselves from the stream. It's been quite a stream. I was, but to be fair, the first part of it, I mean, this was just like that dessert that Shady was mentioning so much during the course of the live streams, because I mean, getting food is important, but this was just like the dessert after the main course that was the podcast. For those of you who missed that was it's going to be one of the many that we're going to be introducing where. It is, as we as at Wayland the Gaming always say, everything is about the community. So it's getting to know the players that you get to see on on stream, on the live stage, showing off their skills. This time around, you get to talk to them, meet the faces. Well, not so much the faces, Scarps Genko, they were hiding it, most of them. But
yeah, bro, there was a lot of stage fright.
We'll convince them next time around. to get their faces out there. But we will be trying to get the podcast on, I wouldn't say a regular basis, but a little bit more often than not. We can share, how you can say this, like some insights into the game and help with a lot of things. That's going on for the development of the community and getting the community out there. But this evening's Skarpskenkel was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely it was. So viewers, we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And on that bombshell, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And come and join us again tomorrow night. We definitely appreciate that and love the support.
So for myself, Wayne and Skarpskenkel, this is gonna be goodbye and good night.